like the big Friday morning after the barbecue is like our trash day is Friday. So it's like all the trash from that was generated on the Saturday that's been sitting for a week now.
Mhm.
And of course, like it's been, hotter than hell. It's got to go out. And, we have a small trash can.
Mhm.
So it's like it doesn't all fit. Thankfully, you can go buy here. If you have like extra trash, you can go buy a bag tag, and you
Mhm.
can put that tag on the bag, and then the garbage guys will take. You set it out next to your can, and then they'll take that one as well. They hate you
They
because they
hate
have to
you.
get out of the truck and like to pick it up, but they will because they have to. Um,
Yeah.
this in the past, I've had like multiple bags, and what sucks is after they sit out, they're stacked out in the side yard for a week, and then they're filled with maggots and stuff. Fortunately, this year didn't have that problem. They went through um, all the plastic cups and aluminum trays and stuff, and pulled all that stuff out and recycled all that, and then went through like all the paper plates that we had generated, and a lot of the utensils. We had bought the industrial compostable ones,
Mhm.
and so threw them all in the compost bin and was able to wheel that out. So the trash really only had one extra bag, and that
Yeah.
I was able to keep in a separate trash can for the week, so it didn't get infested, and was like the most pleasant post barbecue event ever.
There you go. That's good. That's what you want.
Perry, hello, how are you?
Hey guys.
Thank you for swinging by and saying hello.
Yeah. This week for me was all about going to the movies. I went to the movies 3 times
I can
this week.
tell you're apparently Wolverine. You got little legs coming out of your bottom of your body, and I'm Deadpool. Let me get my.
Without giving too much away, it was an awesome
Don't give
movie.
anything away. Okay, it was awesome.
Yeah, it
End,
was awesome. I'm
end,
not I'm not gonna
end
be
of
that guy.
end of story.
Yeah, it was awesome. Definitely worth it. And somebody I know that works in press, he was able to give me a screener copy. So now I can see the movie multiple times,
Uh,
which is
well,
nice
there.
having a screener copy. It's like, yeah, I got a screener copy. Woo-hee. So I saw it in theaters yesterday, and then he sent out the screener copy to me. He's like, "Hey, you want a screener copy?" I was like, "Sure." you know, I'm on the notion of if I see the movie in theaters, I paid my good money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell this out to anybody or anything like that. But I saw that when I saw Transformers One, which was also a pleasant surprise. And on Saturday of last week, we saw Quiet Place, which is also so we saw three good movies, which was awesome, and three very different movies, which is the other best part about it. So it was a good movie week.
Cool. Let me see this light show or drone show or whatever they did. It.
Oh, Galactus!
Yeah,
I saw
fantastic.
that. That was cool. Yeah, I quickly saw that. So now we got the whole Comic Con thing going on, and that should be fun. Let me just mute myself while I'm eating.
That's like the proof that the con is on. Sorry, I was also looking for Mark in the my phone here so I can text him and say, "Where you at, fool?" Boom. There we go. We've told it. We've sent him a note. Say, "Hey, this is your show, brother. Where are you
Where you
at?"
be, B?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be. I want to be the one who sits there and does almost nothing and just is along for the ride. I got some comics to bag and board here, or
I
rebag.
I gotta do that. I gotta do that next week because I got a convention next week, and I'm actually selling some of my stock, kind of make space for Terrific Con.
Trying to decide. What do you think? I got this in a mystery box. It's not my thing.
Hmm.
So normally I'm like throwing the giveaway bin, but it's
Hmm.
really beat up. I mean, it's barely attached at the top staple. Hold on, let me make myself bigger so I can. Come on, why
It
won't?
depends on the age of the book, right?
Come on, there we go. I guess. But I mean, you can
Yeah.
see it like it's. I mean, there's
Yeah, it's banged
not a.
up.
There's not a. I mean, this looks better than it really on camera than it really is. There's
Hmm.
more creases than there's not.
Yeah.
And like I said, from it's this top staple's barely hanging on. None of
Hmm.
this is. I mean, obviously it's an older
Yeah.
book. Um, you know, but it's I mean, it's still got some value. It's got some first appearance in it. Um,
What time frame is it from? It's obviously a Silver Age we're looking at based
yeah,
on
it's
what I'm
like
seeing.
well, this is Strange Tales, so
Yeah.
it's probably what, 1965,
If you put in the giveaway box, somebody will be
66 at
happy.
worst.
Somebody will be happy
Uh,
with it. You know what I mean? If it's a giveaway box, somebody will be happy with it just because they have a
hey,
Silver Age
yeah,
book. I
give it
think
away
it's
for
not
free.
so much.
People bitch screw 'em. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like it's one of those situations like you're gonna get a Silver Age book, a book from back in the day. It's also a key. It may not have you know major value, but should
Yeah,
everything else be like that way?
yeah. You know
You know
what?
what I mean?
I've given away some books that are pretty bad for
Yeah.
the higher quality. Like this one's the one I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep or not. It's Justice League 14. So
Hmm.
it's Captain, or it's Adam joins the JLA.
Yeah.
So I haven't decided yet if I want to start collecting any JLA or not.
That'll be a big one to start collecting.
Yeah,
Have you made your decision though? What exactly you want to continue to pick up? I know you mentioned the art books, but anything
yeah,
else?
I don't know. I mean, these are just like, these old JLAs for the most part. I don't think they're all that expensive, especially if you're willing to go for like, reader quality copies. 40, 50. For a lot of them, they're not that they shouldn't be that much. All the most again, there's a couple of them, sure, but
Unless if it's the big books, most of the DC books don't really have that kind of value in the Silver Age books.
exactly.
Hmm.
You can okay the JLA to Winter.
He wants it. So
Morning Vogs.
hey, vlog, how you doing?
Dope. Sup. What it is? Yeah, well, for right
I think
now,
somebody will be
son.
happy if you don't want to keep it. Somebody will be happy for it with the giveaway box. I don't think
Yeah,
they'll complain.
yeah. No. I mean, no one would complain about that book for sure. I mean,
Hmm.
it's in much better condition. It's just a question I haven't decided. I just not sure. God damn it! Sometimes some of these bags and boards people put the tape on them
I hate the tape.
is
Hate the tape.
so hard to get undone.
I personally hate the tape. If I have a book with tape, I'm gonna get rid of the tape.
Oh no,
And I'm
that's it.
gonna.
I mean, all these are going in, uh,
Mhm.
you know, the resealable.
Mhm.
I prefer those. Oh, Tomb of Dracula action.
Nice.
Let's see. DC Silver Age is severely undervalued. It is true. It is.
Right now, it always
Uh,
has been.
well, comparatively, but you know what? Then again, the counter argument to that is, for a lot of those, um, Marvel, you got to understand, Silver Age. That's a lot of first appearances. That's because that's
Well, a
where
lot of big first appearances, right?
right, because that's where they're starting. DC had already started most of those characters. When you talk about Silver Age first appearances for DC, a lot of them are just characters that already existed that are. It's like, okay, here's their first appearance in the Silver Age. It's not their true first appearance. There are a lot of first appearances in the Silver Age for DC, but I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
not. When you start thinking about like those bigger characters and stuff, they're
Yeah.
typically older, and so it becomes a question of, you
Ah.
know, yeah, okay, yeah, it's not worth. What the hell was that beep? The coffee pot was already off. Um, so from that aspect, it makes sense that it seems like they're not as they're undervalued in comparison. But I think it's because we're not really comparing apples to apples a lot of times.
Mhm. That makes sense that way.
Rob, what's the verdict on Flash Gordon? Have you read it yet? Yes, I did read it. I read it that day. I did enjoy it thus far. I liked that we didn't necessarily
It's
go
not
in.
an origin.
Yeah, it's not an origin, which could be difficult for some readers, but I did like inside there was a a QR code you would get download issue 0, which would give you a little bit of a backstory. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Um, Happy to see where it goes. I went on
Dude, it's
Mad Cave.
Jeremy Adams. I trust fully that this is gonna rock.
I went to Mad Cave Studios last night website, and
Oh, for a minute, they say you went to Mad Cave Studios. So that's cool.
no. So there's two other. Even though I'd gotten all the store copies, they have the convention exclusive up there,
Mhm.
and then they have their own Mad Cave Studios exclusive up there.
I
So
do
there's
want to
two
point
other.
out, like, if someone picked up number 1, it's like it's pretty imperative that you get the free comic book day issue, because this is like a direct follow up to that. That wasn't a throwaway thing at Free Comic Book Day. It's literally the events before this.
Yeah. So I picked up the other two number ones that versions that were there that they're on their site, and then like just for go ahead and let them have a junk email address. They gave me 20% off, and then they're doing free shipping on any order over $20 or whatever. So I ended up paying like $30 for the pair of books. Then I think I paid another $5 because I threw in another blank for Flash Gordon because I figured what the hell.
Yeah, I
I'll end up.
almost got the blank.
I know I'll end up getting a couple commissions of Flash Gordon at some point.
You ought to draw it.
No,
Yeah.
that would be awful.
Just for funsies. There's an ugly face and a bubble helmet.
Who's that? Who's the guy that did that with the DC comics? That they kept doing the ugly comics, and people were still buying them.
No, that's Tom King.
Tom King's, yes, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
that's what I was
Tom
wondering.
King is known for, like, people will ask him to remark books, and he just draws stick figures, but he'll put like funny little speech bubbles over them and stuff. So for April Fools, they did like 3 or 4 variants that he did. They were cool.
They were fun.
Taylor, no. Commission a piece of Flash Gordon flashing the Flash, no.
Or just
the Flash Gordon.
Just have a flasher, like, but his back is to you, and he has his trench coat open, and you can see the name tag on the trench coat says Gordon, and then the people on the other end just screaming. That'd be good.
It'll be Commissioner Gordon, flashing Batman.
Yeah, but who would be a bigger flasher? Would be the Flash, or would it be Flash Gordon? Like, who's the one that should flash?
No, but for it to be Flash Gordon, you got to have Commissioner Gordon from behind, like he was saying, open up his trench coat because he's notoriously has that trench coat. Like
you have to see his name tag on it.
He had like little Dick Grayson or something there.
Even better. This is getting better. You got a Dick Grayson. What's going on, Mark? How you doing?
Doing good. I'm
good.
trying to look at these Flash Gordon variants now. I saw that convention one. Yeah,
the convention one's really cool. Their studio variant is like a little like meh, but I figured what the hell.
I don't know who Ian Churchill is, but I saw that when
Ian Churchill's doing one.
When Cover Price put out that list with all of the SDCC books, I saw it and it looked a little odd. It's cool enough, but
awful. I don't dig when people. So you throw a reprint into a mystery box, right? One thing, but then the backs. I don't know if they ever looked at the backside. It was all scrunched up and super dirty and just like, ugh. It's like, why give me a 4.5 reprint of a book that even the original doesn't cost that much? I don't know.
What book is it?
Star Wars issue 2.
Not even issue 1 reprint. God dang.
First appearance of Han Solo and Chewbacca, and the first storyline appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi, although he appeared on the cover of issue 1 but doesn't appear in the story.
You're doing too much.
That sounds like a Hulk thing.
Yeah. Is it a first appearance? Here you go. Here's a question, because we talk about first is first. Mark and I were talking about it the other day. we always love to talk about first is first. So
Mhm.
if a character appears on the cover
The first appearance done.
but doesn't appear in the book,
Done. Where do
No
you start?
debate.
Where do you start the book with the cover?
cool. All right, I'm down.
Well, you know what? In all honesty, the cover is the bigger seller anyway.
Well, we're not
So,
talking about selling point, flashy.
but it's still
point.
the biggest. It always will be the bigger seller.
Yeah,
I think
no one's arguing that point.
this comes back down to where we all then draw our caveats, right? It's just like it's his
Yeah.
first appearance on the cover.
Yeah, that's like page -1.
Mm.
I read it. I didn't see him. Did you read page -1, the cover?
Sometimes you can. Back in the day, you could.
Bishop's first appearance is a cover appearance.
Cool.
I give him.
That's right. And Bishop's also, he does make a cameo towards the end. So in
There's
that
also
book.
like the way I look at it is there's two ways to look at it. You can just hard line first appearance, and it's just the first time you
first, right?
First is first, or you can, and I'm happy to do it too. You can then start specifying types of appearances, and different types of appearances have different weight, which is perfectly fine. Is it his first full story? Is it a cameo? You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly fine.
All right, so Red Hulk's first appearance is Red Hulk #1. Or
Hulk
Just
one.
Hulk.
Yeah, it's
Hulk one,
just a cover appearance. Yeah, absolutely. But his first story appearance or his first full appearance is #2. Absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, they already kind of differentiate it, like,
yeah.
but it just generally tends to be the first cover happens after the first appearance.
So here's the question. Here's the next question. What justifies a cameo versus an actual full appearance?
Cameo in comic books is typically, not always, but it's described as a brief appearance.
Appearance of
in comics, a brief appearance.
Yeah,
like Gambit's multiple panels.
No. That's
an error that has been corrected. Gambit in X-Men Annual was mislabeled as a cameo appearance by CGC. That's not a cameo. That's 13 panels active in the story. He's an all-star character of that issue.
And he's on the cover.
Of
not that one.
He is on the cover in the shadows of it, in the upper
in
left.
The shadows? Okay, now I got to look at this again. I have this book.
So that was just an error on their part, and people who had never opened the book didn't know the difference, or people who didn't know the story, so they just ran with it thinking that X-Men Annual 14 is a cameo. It's not. That's only really comparable to that Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day book from 2020, I believe, where Virus made his unintentional first appearance in the Free Comic Book Day book. It was just a shipping thing. It happens every now and then.
Well, the Free Comic Book Day book was supposed to be his first appearance, but it turned out not being because of it got delayed.
You have it backwards. Because the Free Comic Book Day was the hot book that people were chasing, right?
Well, whichever. We understand. We understand. Yeah. We agree that
one of the books,
Gambit was simply just at the time those books were the way that they were produced and released. The street date ended up being that one book hit before the other book did.
An entire month ahead of time, too.
Yeah.
So
Gambit's first appearance is X-Men Annual 14. Not a cameo, nothing. That's a first full appearance.
I generally go further in my definition of a cameo. Not only is it a brief, appearance that's generally maybe in a panel or two, but typically they also, if you were to remove them from that issue, that they would not materially affect the story.
Yeah.
So if you remove Wolverine from the end of 180, does it materially affect the story?
No.
If we remove,
you pick up 181, like where'd he come from? But you passed it.
Well, you just move that one panel to 181.
But to be fair, if you read 180 and you get to the last panel, you should be saying, "Where'd he come from?" When he just pops up out of nowhere.
And then, Venom,
that tends to be a lot of that cameos. It's like the last panel is like dun dun dun.
Yeah, where'd he come from?
It's the cliffhanger.
Venom.
He's the cliffhanger.
Venom in 298 and 299. They're for the longest time it used to be
build up, right?
Right. Well, for the longest time, originally 298 was described as the cameo, and 299 was the first appearance, and then later on they changed.
I agree with that.
later on they then changed it to being that $2.99 is just another cameo, or actually we call it first cameo, and they started ignoring the
First full cameo.
Well, I think
First
that
cameo,
I
first
think that's a
full
little
cameo.
different in a sense of how you had like 3 issues of like a backup stinger built into the
Yeah.
story, and then in 299 he's actively participating in the story by kidnapping Mary Jane. Full body shot, multiple panels, talking role, interacting with other characters in the story that affects the next issue.
Stop nothing. I'm all right, man. How are you doing?
I love that title. Nothing.
Well, and then in 298, it's just his hand. So it's like, you're like, it's a minimal. It's almost like
298
Dark
does get
Side.
a couple of panels though, with like
No,
you do see his hand,
298. It's his hand is all you get.
Well, it's the same thing with the first appearance of Damien. Damien is in the shadows. You don't really see
there's
him.
There's a lot of those, and my personal favorite, the current debate, really is, a character that I like in a book that I have a lot of copies of, is is when you come to Punchline. There's that whole what was that series? The
Hell Arisen.
the Hell Arisen #3. She was added kind of after the fact in this little thing. Even then, you can't really even. Is it her? I don't know. So there's a lot of books.
Those would all make really good kindling, Rob.
Some are saying, hey, you know what? No, that's not it.
Wasn't she added in the background of that Batman issue too? In that one panel, she was just present.
Yeah, she's like in 89 as a cameo, and then so a lot of people are saying that 92 is not just her first appearance, but her first full appearance. And some of the there's some debate even within the various key identifying things about that. Obviously,
okay, so here's another one. What about Amazing Spider-Man 365 and Spidey 29, where Amazing Spider-Man is a preview?
Well, it's his
pages.
it's his first appearance, because first is first, even though it's in preview. So I'll define it as first appearance in preview. It's first is first. I can't pick and choose my battles.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna say something, it applies. But again, I'm going to caveat it and say that it's in preview. It's not like it's in that story.
It's not part of the story,
right? It's a preview of a story that will be printed in a different book, and that book then is his. Should also Spider-Man 2999 #1 is his first full story appearance.
Yeah, and I don't think that first is first has anything to do with having to hardline or specify value either. That's completely open to be based on the market.
Exactly.
But it doesn't change the character was there.
Exactly.
That's kind of like
nothing, Stephanie, but I thought you were shirtless for like the first couple seconds.
There's a bold move there, Cotton.
Was Invincible the same format that Miguel had? Invincible appeared in numerous books with that 6-8 page preview for Invincible before it released.
And those books are fairly cheap still, right?
They're very cheap. One's like Masters of the Universe #1. One's a book called Rust, I think. And there's a handful of them.
Yeah, I have the Masters of the Universe one. I not knowing anything about Invincible at the time.
The Masters of the Universe one. What are you talking about?
So
Masters of the Universe #1 at Image Comics. I'm familiar with the Earl Norm wraparound cover. I don't know if they did variants for it, but it has multiple pages of Invincible that predate Invincible #1.
Oh.
You got Mark going through school and everything, and then a big splash page of him flying off from school.
It's Giant Zoidberg. Madam, how was your show?
It was interesting. Yeah.
Interesting as in a little creepy to be the object of oogling by many a nerd.
Yeah, it was interesting doing that and getting to engage with people as Lucy, you know, with fangs on and everything, and yeah, I was surprised at how many people would actually stop by and like get a comic after, you know, hearing about it and stuff. And,
It's a girl. If I buy the comic, maybe I have a chance.
yes, and I would sign the comic and take pictures. I kiss the comic too, so it lipstick mark on it.
That's exactly what this guy said.
Yeah, nice.
Have a good one. My job starts. What kind of quitter talk is that?
Yeah.
Your job starts.
That guy now has your DNA thanks to the lipstick.
That's right. So that's Keith Williams.
That's
So
who I
nice.
thought it was for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, is that Keith?
Did you have him sign your Ravage 2099?
No.
Wow.
I wouldn't be comfortable if Ravage came up in the conversation.
So I met Keith. He was super nice, and that happens to be Matt Woods.
The Matt Woods.
The Matt Woods.
Can we
Came by with
expect him to not
As
come out in daylight
opposed
now?
to a Matt Woods.
A Matt Woods, yeah.
It's the Matt Woods, the influencer.
Were there other YouTubers there?
There were. There was Gary B came with Matt.
We said influencer, not Gary B.
And Zach from Zach's Collectables came. Brian from the LCS told him that it was like 20 minutes from his house, and it was
So he
really
drove
short
50?
drive. And he came over and I met him, took some pictures and everything like that. And that was cool. It's me with Randy Savage, I believe, right?
In the background.
Nice.
In the background, yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm looking, I'm like,
So that's
One of those,
that's
what color
Captain
is the
Carter.
sky pictures? When
Don't
you-
know what
is
you're
that
talking
is
about.
that D Randy Savage?
Yeah, he's come down a couple notches. He's at the
Oh yeah.
That's Rob Orsak. He's also one of the illustrators. He did that cover for Halloween. It's kind of a Norman Rockwell-esque cover.
And there's a bunch of unknowns like this guy.
I got to ride with that guy in the back seat on the way to the con.
What's the problem with cons? I'm just saying.
Split a cab with Al Milgram.
Yeah.
That's legendary comic creator Al Milgram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't really know how big he
photos.
was,
That was
but
the first
apparently
one.
he's very big.
Yeah, he is.
Apparently, he's
Apparently,
Very
he just he just had the part with just major book. Hey, look at that!
This guy's pretty well known as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard he's doing really good in the movies right now.
He is. I have his card. That's actually Buffalo's own Wolverine.
Oh,
Buffalo's own.
Yes, he has a card that says Buffalo's Wolverine.
How do they
There's
get
He
their
goes
own?
around to all the cons, and he has a professional photographer with him at all the cons who's taking all the pictures.
I'm surprised that a vampire would pose with a man who's got stakes in his hand.
there's a few like local Wolverines. Milwaukee has one too called the Milverine. But Milverine's hairline isn't doing so hot anymore, so it's kind of even funnier.
Oh man, he's becoming old man.
Yeah.
Old man Milverine.
Was this the-
Geriatric Wolverine. This is just one girl who had the table next to me. She was a witness for season.
I
And she
can
had
see.
fangs. She was giving me fang advice because she also had some fangs made for her, like special custom fangs. And she was giving me all the info on that.
Nice.
But did she
Fang
have the ones-
advice.
She had the fangs that like she can trigger with her tongue, so they pop
No,
down.
they
Oh.
weren't that. They were actually custom made fangs that were actually like, gonna
Well,
adhere
so
to
are
her
the-
teeth exactly.
So are the ones that you can with your tongue activate them and they extend.
That's so cool.
So what kind of advice do you get for fangs?
Well, hey, look at my custom made fangs I brought in because I saw you wearing fangs, and these don't fall out, and because like the fangs I was using, you have to take some wax, heat them up, and stick it in the tooth and press it on your tooth and just hope it stays.
Mhm.
So what she had was a little more, workable.
That's this talk. Then there was other talk that went on backstage. That was
Yeah.
like when you're
Yeah,
drinking.
the
tea- when you're
Captain
drinking-
Carter gave me some good advice about wig advice. How to take some two-sided tape and put it on your head so your wig won't move around.
Does that work when you have hair?
Working right now.
Exactly. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Rob's trying to
And-
play it off, but he was listening close to that little bit of advice you just gave about wigs.
You mean you don't use a staple gun?
it's all for that day that I come dressed as Mark.
Yeah, I picked up a couple things too. You guys want to see them from the comic?
Yeah. Show us what you got.
All right.
Hey, that's copyrighted by another person.
Yeah,
No.
who cares?
And we can say, show us your books.
Oh, I
It was
just
just there.
copyrighted Only Slabs yesterday. I'm looking to sell it. If anyone out there, whether it be a whatnot streamer or Rob himself, want to purchase the copyright for Only Slabs.
I'll do an eBay stream.
I'll trade you for my copyright of Legion loot.
No, you can keep that one. It means more. Hopefully, it means more to y'all than me.
Is DC Tuesday still available?
I'm very flexible. Subject to
Those are cool
change.
drawings.
Are those originals?
No, these are copies, but Rick Arthur signed them for me. He did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
That looks like a raven, not a turtle.
Yes.
Yes.
I think he did it. I think
You didn't
he
see
said
it,
he
he's
did
wearing a
because he wanted
costume.
to show like he has talent, you know, in other things, not just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever.
Mm.
That's kind of cool.
That Rocksteady before he became
And
Rocksteady.
that's when all those creators weep because nobody gives a shit about their other talents. They're just like, draw turtles.
And
Like,
this is Rob Orsick did a cover, kind of a Norman Rockwell
nice.
cover. So I have this art. He signed it for me.
Those kids, if that's Norman Rockwell, they're saying something for the first time.
Mhm.
There's we were selling pictures of Lucy too at the table that I would sign and kiss. This one was popular. This one. And then I have a couple different covers of the Halloween book because there's, I think, 9 different variant covers for it. And I think I'm on 2 of them. I'm on 3 of them, actually. But there's this one. This is the Nigel Carrington one. Pretty cool.
It's a little violent. I like it.
It's out there. And then Nigel Carrington also did a comic book called Scarlet Abyss. I picked up too.
That's wicked.
Yeah. And I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cover from Rick Arthur. Yeah. And I also am now the proud owner of a trading card.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Can't see it. There you are. Anyway, and I'm also the proud owner now of my own sticker.
Looks just like you.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it? I
It's
know.
uncanny.
It is. I feel
Okay,
like I
again,
don't even need to be on
At
camera
first
anymore.
glance,
I
I
can just
thought
put
the,
this
the
on
black was
camera.
legs, and I'm like, why do you have 3 legs? I'm looking at all the right things, obviously.
Sure you are.
Tail
And
went
let's-
straight between the legs. Got it.
Mhm.
Stephanie's
Some,
really well done.
one of the vendors also came by and gave me an Elvira card he had. That was kind of like Elvira.
Nice.
The Mistress of the Dark.
hmm
Of the dorks.
And I also got a Betty Page card too. And then I picked up something for myself from the con. Here's the Virgin Vampires book that Ron Orsick did. He did the whole thing with Douglas Brody. It's really nice and interesting. And then I picked up some Lady Death Women of Chaos Chromium cards. You guys ever seen these?
No.
Mm-mm.
They're chromium cards of Lady Death. They're all in order and
Oh, I
nicely
have one of
displayed.
those.
Wow.
I have
And
the promo card for that.
there's one of Gustav Klimt's Danae. And let me show you one more page because it's cool. This one.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
I remember a lot of those card sets back in the day. You'd try to get all 9 of them to make the poster on the back of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's cool. Oh yeah. I still have to do a, Halloween send off or whatever, and show pictures and talk about it and everything. But the guy is sending me some comics, so I can mail them off to people for money now.
So would you do it again?
Pardon?
Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't see why I wouldn't. When I have the vampire stuff on, I'm definitely more extroverted in the crowd because I have this persona on, this shield.
Yeah.
So I'm more comfortable going out and engaging people. Whereas if I'm just like my normal self, I'm not doing that, much. So that was kind of cool.
I think you described every furry ever.
Yeah. So I was staying with the creator of the comic, and I had several things that went wrong. I broke his chessboard that he said he carried on his back during his honeymoon, and he carried it all the way from Mexico, basically. And I picked up a knight and I set it down and broke it in half.
Why was it at the con?
It wasn't. It was at his house where I was staying. And I was like so mortified I did that. I was like, oh my God, he just carried this on his honeymoon. Like,
don't freak out. I can sculpt another one.
Yeah, and then there was like an ice cream bowl in my hand, and I was walking down the stairs, and it was a long staircase, and the bowl went up and went down and crashed on the tile 2 floors below me. And then glass went into like 5 different rooms of their house with their dog. So they spent like the next hour like vacuuming. It was horrible. And then on the way to dinner, I decide in the middle of a turn that I'm just going to throw up in the car. So I'm in the back seat and I just feel it coming. But we're in the middle of a turn. I can't open the door because we're in the middle of a turn. And I just all over the car, everywhere.
What in the
and
hell?
I was like, like it came across, like I hadn't been eating that much, I think. And so my stomach was upset from driving. And so after all that happened, I got to the plane and it was delayed. And then it was completely canceled because of a mechanical issue. So I got a hotel for that night.
What'd
and
you
then
do
the
to
next
that
day,
for that hotel?
Next day, our plane was also delayed because of the weather. So they couldn't get us out until Thursday. So I was stuck in Rochester for like a week.
Oh, you don't want that.
Well,
He says that so casually. Oh, you don't want that.
You don't want
I
that.
know.
It's
What's going on, Terry?
Rochester.
What's up, Marcus?
It was cool. Yeah.
So, knowing all of that, when are you seeing Deadpool?
Well, I really want to. I thought about this yesterday. I almost went yesterday, but I didn't because I'm like, I got time. But with everyone so hyped about it, I feel like there's so many spoilers are going to be out there. It's going to ruin it for me. It's not
there's a lot.
I haven't seen but one on Instagram, and it was Key Collector Comics account. He did that classic thing where someone does like 2 pictures, and on the first slide they'll be like warning spoilers, and then there'll be one on the second slide. But I don't know how people aren't privy to, like, you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to use like all 10 slide options, because Instagram will just show slide number 2 first half the time.
Yeah.
Someone's just scrolling, you're not giving anybody the choice to opt out of seeing a spoiler, but he's the only person that I saw do that. And what's funny is his post wasn't even about the spoiler photo he put up. It was just really lame what he did.
There was one spoiler. There was one spoiler I saw that ended up wasn't even a spoiler. It wasn't part of the movie. I thought it was a spoiler. I was like, oh man, I can't believe you showed that.
Fake ones out there. I've seen a lot of ones. They're hilarious.
So it wasn't, it had to do with something with one of the characters, and I was like, oh man, I didn't want to see that. And then when I went to the movie, that scene never happened. So I was like, oh, okay.
The if you are actively somebody who would like to see spoilers, just go get on X. They're
everywhere.
Yeah, like it came out in Brazil like first, I think. And so like all the spoilers you can want in Spanish are on X right now.
El Wolverine y el Deadpool. So I was having a conversation with my father-in-law, who, he doesn't really speak English that much, but he was asking me about what kind of name is Deadpool, right? So he the word Deadpool doesn't translate in Spanish the same way, right? So he was like, you mean, in Spanish, he said, so you mean his name is based off dying in a swimming pool or something? I was like, no, let me explain it. That's what he's thinking, because it's, so he's calling it Vecina de Muerte. He's like, ese Vecina de Muerte. But which made me laugh though, because of seeing his face, he was legitimately thinking that's what his name meant. I was like, no, it means this, Deadpool and stuff like that, and the bet, like who dies first. So that was a fun conversation.
There's the old Dirty Harry movie called Deadpool, right? Or a Clint Eastwood movie.
Movie or character?
Movie, not character. Movie.
I wouldn't know. Not that old.
Rob, I almost took a picture of a complete stranger because I want to show him to you so bad. He out-goateed you. He also was bald and had a beautiful goatee, but it was just a little bit longer. And I was like, gosh, damn it. I didn't though.
Dirty Harry is a character and a movie.
Yeah.
So it was a Dirty Harry one?
Deadpool. It's called The Deadpool.
That changes everything, then.
Yeah,
1988 action thriller.
Yeah. But it is also Magnum Force, which is not about condoms, sadly. Sudden Impact, also not about condoms, suddenly.
Well, yeah,
even more sadly.
Dirty Harry was a character. Dirty Harry was a character in a series of films, of which
but Dirty Harry is about.
That's
condoms.
what I was saying. I wasn't sure if Deadpool was a Dirty Harry one.
Deadpool was the fifth in the series.
Really supporting the word "the" right now, Rob.
And it's Dead and Pool are split into two words
Because it's part of the title. Yeah, The Deadpool.
as opposed to the living pool, which happens inside the condoms.
God,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. For those of y'all seeing the Deadpool without the and with the and Wolverine, you're seeing that. You should have come by Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. We'll be doing the fully spoilered live stream guest panel, bunch of giveaways if you like Deadpool and Wolverine and want to talk the movie. It's the place to be right here, Sunday night, 8:30.
I will be skipping that because I will either be seeing it Sunday night or waiting till Budget Tuesday where it's $5.
Yeah, my best friend said the same thing. I'm gonna go see it on Tuesday. I'm like, okay.
I'm seeing it Sunday morning at 8:20 in the morning.
Nice.
Let me know how the crowd is.
I expect it to be light. That's why I went. I chose that time.
I hope it's full of fucking 4-year-olds just to piss you off.
You know what I'm saying?
I also
I'm curious.
I also chose it because it's one of the first showings at the theater, so parking should be no problem.
So last night when we walked out and we're standing on the big sidewalk out in the front, and I looked around and I told Kyle, like, this is awesome seeing a theater busy. It's like the parking lot was full, people were like,
it's hell
on the sidewalk. I'm like, wow, this is nice.
It's good for them, but it's hell for me.
But it was just cool seeing it lively, man.
It's been a while since you gone to a movie theater like that.
Yeah, well, I try to avoid it.
I understand.
You guys remember the first movie you saw at a drive-in?
Yes, Star Wars.
Drive-in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It was a double feature. Star Wars and Conan the Barbarian.
Ooh.
I don't remember what the other movie was that was playing with the Star Wars at the time, but I do remember
I like how he's using the word "the" again. Here we go. Playing with the Star Wars.
Playing with
No.
the Star Wars.
No, Star Wars, because the Star Wars is a unique individual piece of artwork, which is the comic book and story adaptation of the original script of Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I
as
have
opposed
it.
to
I'm familiar with it.
right.
But you did say the Star Wars just then. But didn't the first Star Wars movie say the Star Wars originally? I wonder.
I don't
It's
think so.
another one of your Mandela effect things.
No,
But it also was
I
not.
never thought about
It also
it
for
until
sure
you
was
just
not
said
called Chapter 4: A New Hope.
No, that I know.
No,
That part
yeah.
I remember. I
Yeah,
remember.
it was just Star Wars.
When did they change the
When Empire
the
Strikes
title?
Back came out.
So when Empire came out, they went back to change the title?
I believe so.
No, no, it was after that. I'm pretty sure it was Jedi that made like when it.
But even those titles didn't have like episode numbering
No, I
system
mean, yeah,
in the
maybe it was
title.
after. It might have been after Jedi where they read when
Not
Lucas.
not during the special editions, right?
That might have actually been it.
Thank you, the ABX.
I just shorted to Throb.
Is that how I make you feel?
It is Rob. Yeah.
Excellent.
This is how we do it.
At least I have that effect on someone. You know what? We would be remiss if we didn't also mention, if anybody hadn't yet picked up your copy of Sonic the Hedgehog number 69, or you kind of thought maybe I wouldn't mind having another one. Well, they're on special right now.
Yeah.
We dropped they're on sale 50% off. They're $15 a piece at djlinks.bigcartel.com. So,
And
along with that, the combo with the art book, while supplies last, was also reduced. Speak
Yeah.
of DJ Links, and he shall appear. Look at that. Good morning, all.
And that art book features art by some jerks named Izzy and Taylor.
Yeah, they're in there.
Yeah. No talent hacks.
Yeah. Next year we're gonna try and get Stephanie to do a sculpture for it. And pose on the cosplay variant cover. Double dip.
It'll be the first 3D book of its kind.
Yeah.
Topographical.
Yeah. Actually, no, there's a dirty ass idea. The topographical cosplay cover.
I think they called it an embossed, but whatever.
No, not one is that bumpy.
Well, because topographical would just be showing lines.
I know. Yeah,
Depict,
the
as opposed to
elevations.
actually having the elevation. So
Yeah.
you want it to be embossed.
Or debossed. Same thing.
Well, that's what happens
Topographical is just more fun to say.
after you give the embossed topographical comic book to the nerd. It becomes debossed afterwards.
All right, and on that note, I've got to log out for a bit because I have to do a one-on-one with my friend.
Yay! Pretend to
Yeah.
work.
I'll be back.
It's got to a one-on-one like that.
Great googly moogly. Oh yeah, it's only I haven't even started to work yet. Nice.
The day has just begun.
Well, it's like I get confused when Fridays get confusing to me because I start so early, but I always, because I transition to work, I just come on my work computer while I'm doing this, which then of course makes about 11 o'clock in the morning my time becomes really messed up for my head because now I've been like at this chair at this computer for so long. I think that my day should be over and it's only half over, and I'm like, oh God.
It should be. You should walk your quit time back then. You know.
Well, what I'll do is then I take a nap at lunch, or I try to. Either I gotta take a nap.
Siesta.
Either I gotta take a nap at lunch, or else I gotta get on the treadmill. One or the other.
Nice.
They have different effects.
Those are two different things. Nap and
Very-
treadmill. Nap and
Yeah.
The curveball is he doesn't turn the treadmill on.
treadmill. Angel devil. Angel.
He just sits on the treadmill.
The treadmill has a nice stand to put the phone, so I'm not bent my head down looking at it. I can look up at it. You know, that's yeah, exactly. Oh God. Oh,
Else
there we
any
go.
big news or anything exciting come out of San Diego yet?
There was the cool light
Galactus.
show, Galactus light show for Fantastic Four or drone show thing.
Mm-hmm.
that would look pretty cool. Obviously, there was the crowds are back, the hype is there, there's a lot of exclusives, and people were, from what I read, like at least on the J. Scott Campbell group, people are complaining that the books are sold out. But but no one's clear on whether or not it's sold out from the daily allocation or whether or not they sold out completely. Because apparently Wednesday during the preview, a whole bunch of vendors and whatnot were because the Whatnot crew's all there in full score, so they're
they're
doing
running around getting all the exclusives,
and then turn around and put them up on Whatnot. For
I had someone come to the con with their Whatnot open, and they came through and they were buying a bunch of comics through the website or whatever, through people live buying or whatever on it. That was really cool.
Yeah, because there's exclusives that people want to grab, so the Whatnot crews are trying to grab.
Yeah,
them.
I was happy that I had a buddy that I reached out to that was going on Wednesday and was able to get me the J. Scott Campbell books I wanted.
That's good.
So meant I could avoid paying.
The only book that I saw that I wanted, I pre-ordered through One Shop, that John Jang pink and black Spider-Man cover. And then the Ghost Machine, Mr. X-Ray, it's a Hyde Street ash can for that upcoming book, Hyde Street. There's only like, I think 500 of those made. But I'm not even trying to chase it down. I'll find it down the road. And then there's that John Jang Company's Killing the Children or House of Slaughter something.
That's a nice book.
Yeah, I'll just find down the road as well.
You'll just hit up Jang and go, "Hey, yo.
Hey, Jang, remember that one time when I was your guest?
Remember how I had all your books? Now I don't. I need this one. Hook a brother up."
I have a lot of
you.
I have a lot of his artist proofs.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I looked through the list of all the books that were there, and not a lot excited me for the exclusives. I mean, there were a couple that I was like, "Oh, that's not bad," but there was very little that I was like, "Oh God, I got to have that," which was good.
I kind of felt the same way too.
Now I don't feel bad that I don't feel like I'm missing out, which is great. That Junkyard Joe statue looks great. Looks good.
And that's not even a statue. That's a Mezco 112. It's a full-on action figure with like they do like cloth clothing and stuff like that. Tons of accessories, but it's probably going to be in the $100 ballpark range, give or take. But yeah, I plan on most definitely getting one of those when they become available.
I love that Eman sneaks in here. The first thing he says is hello to DJ. DJ's not on the panel, just in the chat. There's all these other people in the chat, ignores all them, ignores the panel. Eman even ignores me, the man who fed him last week. And yeah. I guarantee you that if Mark made it out to my barbecue, Mark would be sliding in here, he'd be saying hello to me. I'm just saying.
I would have slid into you while I was there.
That's true. E-Man tried.
Interesting.
He was very excited to come over here and take his picture in front of the Great Wall. And
good morning, Iman.
You had the Great Wall on display?
It's in my home.
But you had people see it?
All he had to do is walk into my home. He was in my backyard.
Oh, wow.
The bathroom is in the home.
So you gave him a tour of the wall.
Again, it's not like it's you don't understand. It's not sequestered in another room of the house or something. I have a small home, and it's in the kind of living room essentially. So,
how many square feet?
It's just barely 1,200.
Let's talk cubed feet.
Actually in San Francisco, Rob?
Well,
centimeters.
South San Francisco, yeah. South. I'm down in San Jose, Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, there it is. I was waiting for him to get honest.
So say, isn't real estate like at a premium down there?
Oh, sure. Don't get me wrong. It's 1,200 square foot home. It's also a 1.5 or $6 million home on today's market prices, but it doesn't mean that the house isn't small.
Right. Well, that's a substantial amount of space, I think.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's bigger than a 900 square foot apartment, but
Right.
it is a three bedroom house. It has 4 adults living in it. So it's
It can get cozy.
yeah. I mean, it's a nice size. I don't want it to. Could I have a little bit bigger home? Sure, but I have no desire. I've purposely not added onto it because I don't want my kids to think that I'm making room for them to live here long term.
That's smart.
So that it's all about them eventually moving away.
Discourage that as much as possible.
That and I don't want to move. I live on an interior corner, so my backyard is much bigger than the front yard of the house. So I have no desire to cut into my large yard to add on to the house because I do enjoy having
that setup.
When I go out that I can set up tables and stuff to entertain 60, 70 people in the backyard and have nice open space where one can do that. And eventually I wouldn't mind a nicer covered patio area.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm just using some pop-ups, but
no, I think that's a good idea. Keep the pressure on the youngins.
Yeah.
Just be like, I love you.
Yeah,
I'm here to provide a temporary space, but this is transition time.
That's right.
There's no more room for you. You need to leave.
Yeah, time to make your own little crazy household.
I love you, but I want you out of here as soon as possible.
No, you're doing good, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Location. Yeah. For within the San Francisco Bay Area, my location is a premium location. Is why I pay what I pay because I'm in the middle of like 4 freeways.
And when did you buy this property?
20 years ago.
Okay.
Wow.
So
early aughts.
It was just before the
crash, the 08 crash.
Right, which I knew was coming. And
we were on a bubble.
The only reason I bought before it had crashed was because this house had already crashed. The people who owned it were already overextended and were divorcing.
So it had happened in a micro little cosm.
Right.
You took advantage of it.
So they were divorcing. They had to sell the house. They were already overextended on it. And it's next door to my in-laws. So my mother-in-law, so we got the inside scoop before it ever went on the market. So we ended up buying the house. This house never went on the market officially.
Okay.
We used their broker. Their broker said, hey, look, if you buy it, so I'll just have me facilitate the paperwork for both parties. I'll take a flat $5,000 fee because I never never did anything. So so we did that and we bought and at the time I felt I was overpaying. I still think that I overpaid from a standpoint of I think that no house this size should cost as much as I paid.
Right.
Even though I know values are 3x because I paid just barely over $500,000 for a house that at the time had Section 1. It was a fixer-upper with Section 1 work requirements.
But you're paying for the property too, right?
It's exactly what you're paying for is the property. It's just absolutely, I'm in the middle of the tech hub. That's right. Google's a few minutes this way. All these guys, all the, NVIDIA's 5 minutes away. Apple's all around me. All these guys. I'm all in all that stuff, which is crazy. And the backyard's wonderfully manicured. Yes, it's a lot easier to manicure your backyard when you have artificial turf.
Yeah, yes, artificial turf.
Artificial turf in the back, especially after once we used to have a swimming pool, had that just blown out, filled it in, put artificial turf, and then we have a native plant garden that goes around the perimeter, and then the whole front is all native plant garden. So we have if you love watching, like I love to go out front. And I have a little bistro set up, and you just drink some coffee and watch, on a really small scale, wildlife. There's a lot. There's like 20 different pollinators there. There's hummingbirds. There's lizards. There's all these things that just have now moved in and lived in that. It's amazing.
Life is cool. There's a lot more life in the desert, I think, than people realize, at least than I realized, too. I went out there, and I was just like, this place is teeming with flora and fauna. Just not the type that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No, I get like rattlesnakes.
I don't know what you're thinking about, Mark, but it can't be good.
Who the fuck steps out of their car and says, "This place is teeming with flora and fauna"? She does, and that's why we love her.
Come get this one. But anyways, yeah, it was
I'm with
cool.
you. Actually, I should. Let me see if I can.
Mark, how was your vacation?
It was fantastic. It was
Yeah.
really fun. About my day number 7, I had to tell the wife to chill the F out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's time to start relaxing so we don't come back from vacation more tired than
Uptight.
when we left.
Okay.
Yeah, just worn out. Because every day we're doing stuff, you know what I mean? We go there every year for forever. And a lot of stuff, like all the stuff we've done before, but it's still fun to do it, you know. But it's just a different job to be a dad than it is to be a mom. So like when we got the 3 kids there, 2 of which are tiny, like my job number 1 in a foreign place, especially in the ocean or something like that,
Keep them safe.
keep them alive. That's what I'm doing. And if I'm in an environment and you add a single drop of water to the environment, there's a switch in a kid's head that goes off that means drown dad. But not to the point of death. They want to bring you back up for air so they can continue to try to drown you. So it's just tiring.
That's
But it's
kids.
tiring in the best way possible.
So this is what
Did you have a lot of sand you had to deal with?
Yeah,
Mark?
a good bit of sand.
So we're talking about. He's talking about manicured all this. How the turf and then the plants, and then they got all these canopies that hang up to provide shade
Oh, very well coiffed. Yeah.
over all the tables.
Yeah, that's gotta be fun.
Their supervisor making sure everything's under control.
The dog's looking at that guy like, "Hey, does this grass feel weird to you too?"
Oh, she loves it. You know, nothing great. She goes out there. It's a great scratcher for removing hair from the undercoat and stuff.
She looks like a boss girl.
Yeah, but there you go.
And then there's the dog.
And then
after
you
the
cook
barbecue.
There's a dog 3 hours later.
3. That's like 15 hours. What are you talking about?
Now, have you guys? I don't want spoilers, but Mark, have you seen Deadpool, or is it today that it just came out?
Now watch it. It comes out.
Oh, she asked Mark if she doesn't ask me.
yesterday.
That's fine.
Izzy, get
Today-
over it.
She don't
I
ask me.
saw the picture with you and your wife. I know.
Yeah.
Did you see
Okay.
it? Is it good?
I give
Yes,
it a
it's
9
very
out of
good.
10.
It is very good. Yes.
Okay.
Why not a 10 out of 10, Mark?
There's always
There
room
is
for
something.
improvement.
There is a room for improvement.
My
There is.
buddy.
You give something a 10 out of 10 and people they'll stop trying, you know? Like, oh yeah,
Well, you
we're
could
good.
give it 9.5.
We did it.
I gave it 4.5 out of 5.
5.
I gave it 4.5 out of 5.
9 out of 10. My buddy Ricky Rodriguez Vaquez, he's the Comics at Law guy. He's got a family and his 2 kids and his wife, and they're coming to Nashville. They live in Chattanooga, but they're coming this in this afternoon, staying the weekend. So I'm gonna see if maybe I can get them, if we could go see Deadpool together. That would be awesome.
I would heavily recommend going to see it this weekend. I wouldn't wait because naturally
I want to see it now.
Like I think after the weekend, like there's no such thing as spoilers. After that, like
It's
there's really
done.
like
Nobody in our community can
in
keep
my
shop
mind,
quiet.
like after today, there's no such thing as spoilers. After today, the movie comes out fully today. It was out yesterday. If you care that
How
much
long
about
was it?
spoilers, you
2.5
can care
hours.
to make arrangements to go see a movie. It's not. I know it's not always going to work out for everybody, but it's not as difficult as a lot of people make it out to be.
There's a really bougie theater that's close to me that I love. They're big, like kind of leather chairs that kick back. I want to go see it there. It's gonna be so exciting.
No, I see what you did there, AR. 10 out of 10. But yeah, it's,
It is
I would
surprising.
suggest going to see it as soon as you can
Was
because
Taylor Swift in it?
spoilers are going to come out, and
No spoiler there.
this is legitimately a movie that spoilers will ruin
Oh,
the
okay.
experience.
Okay, I
It
don't
will-
want to do that
It
to
will
anybody.
absolutely ruin the experience.
I'm not trying to be that person.
I can
don't
think
wanna
of
be-
I can think of numerous times that you would be hooting and hollering in there, Caroline.
There
I
is
can
some
holler.
really what without giving that away. There is some great
Cameos.
homages. Homages.
Why don't you
homages.
you should just stop there, Izzy. You're
Yeah,
already
that's
saying
it.
too much
That's all
shit.
you need to know.
They don't even
wanna
need to know
go-
that.
Yeah, I really want to go see it with my buddy.
Give them time to go see it.
He can't help himself. He's like ready to spill the whole
He
thing
can't.
right now. He's
Nah,
like,
I
"What
didn't
did
spill.
you
I
just
didn't. No, trust me. They're not what you
Just
think.
stop talking, Izzy. Stop
They're not
talking
what you
about the
think.
movie. Fuck's sake.
I'm not giving away like that.
My
I wouldn't
floors
do
are
that.
going to get done on the 30th, and then after that, it's got to be soon. Oh my god, this whole place got gutted, and now the upstairs is done, and it looks really nice. And now the floor is going to get ready to get done. And
Now,
then
there you go, Izzy. This one they
Nice.
need you for this one. You're in an exclusive club.
Yes. Transformers 1 is awesome too.
Yeah, I saw tons of like raving feedback from that.
I was so
YouTube
surprised at how good that movie really is.
will you guys tell me about what the deal is with the new EC comic? Isn't
It-
a new comic day? Didn't a new EC comic book come out?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that about? Sorry, I've not been able to do comics for the
I
last
didn't read it.
minute. You're a butthole.
Taylor got it.
Did Taylor
was
get
Taylor
it? I've heard mixed
I didn't
reviews.
get it.
I heard
I
mixed
didn't get it, though.
reviews. So I heard it was good. I heard it was meh. So I'm interested to ask. I need to sample more. Range day complete. Time to be a nerd. When you say range day, does that mean like you went and
The
shot
range.
at the range,
Mhm.
or do you like work at like you home on the range? Like
You
are
go
you
to the driving range.
driving range, the shooting range?
Home on the range.
Yeah, like home on the range.
Home on the range.
Or like deer and antelope.
Range.
Bucks. Yeah. Range day. It sounds like maybe shooting. Like if you were involved with the military, did they make you go to the range?
Durr
Oh,
said the EC book was
They do?
was decent.
Cover by
He said 2 of the story was decent.
shooting, too hot for golf. Yeah. I like now. Here's the thing. I like target shooting. I mean, do guns scare the shit out of me? Yeah. But target shooting's fun.
It was good target
I'm not,
shooting a little
you
more.
shouldn't be scared of them. You should
I like
see
going
them
to
as a
Target.
tool.
You should have a good respect for what they can do.
And they can
Yeah.
kill you.
You should be scared of other people who don't know what the hell they're doing.
If you
Yes,
stupid, well, ignorance and guns do not mix.
No,
that was
it's like
had an
alcohol. and
You don't
guns.
say, really?
we had an interesting story where we used to have the UK guys from work would come over periodically, or some
Oh,
of the
they
other
would
guys
freak
here.
out, wouldn't they?
And well, what happens is they come over. They'd always wanted to go to the range, and so usually, we talk about whether or not, what kind of experience they had. And some of them had military experience and it was fine, and some of the guys had no experience. So I would always bring them over to my house first, and we'd use the airsoft to go through training
Yeah.
and what to expect. And
Scale
how
them
you're,
up.
yeah, what you're gonna to hand before I take you to the range, and I'm responsible for you.
It's
You
not
need to go-
paintball.
You need to go through my safety course first, right?
Yeah, Rob's safety.
And
yeah.
then we go over, and then it's the range that's nearest me. It's an indoor range.
Mm.
So they would tell some of the stories that they would say afterwards, like their weirdest experience was, first of all, walking into the gun store and seeing the inside of an American gun store, right? And I'm a California gun store, so I'm not even like completely bonkers. I'm
You
just
should come down here, homie.
right. I'm saying,
Never
I said
the public.
I'm saying it's extensive, but it's still not. It's nothing in comparison. I fully recognize that.
I picture a California gun store sells slingshots.
No. But there are some things like I can't get a carbine and a pistol that use the same magazine here in California, which is annoying. But anyways, I digress. But so that part is intriguing to them. They said walking into the indoor range where you're standing in a confined space with like
guns.
10 other people shooting guns all right next to each other. They said that freaks them out the hell. And
Airsoft.
no, that's how you practice at home. Come on. I don't have 40 acres where I can go shoot my own backyard. But it is a great first step safety teaching. But so they would see, they come out and talk about how they're sitting in that room with all these people. I said, you don't understand. You're inside that room as long as everyone's gone through the safety course and stuff. You're one of the safest places. If somebody tries to turn their gun on anyone, you got 9 other people there who are all ready to go to stop them.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to an indoor range.
Because next to our bowling alley,
they can be loud. Is the thing.
I'm being serious. Like that's where the closest one we have is shooters.
So
next to the bowling alley. But before my dad knows, I don't want to do timelines because I don't remember them perfectly. But his service pistol, the Glock that he had, I always wanted to fire his service pistol.
Was he a cop or in the army or military?
He was a cop.
Okay.
38 years. And because you can't willy-nilly fire a service pistol, is a no-no.
Yeah.
But I was able to fire a service pistol. We went and shot at one over there. That was really fun.
So I grew up on a big farm, and my dad has 50 acres now, like on the river. But like we would always, so the shooting range was our land. And it's like you go get a small can, or like you get a bottle and you lay it on its side and you try to get the bottle cap. That's the real time, because I like using like rifles. I want to actually try for accuracy. Like let's really target shoot, because pistols are not accurate. I don't want pistol shoot.
They're closer ranges.
They're very close range.
They're not like rifles.
Their function's different, right? The function for them is different. And so but I really like the longer range, the rifles where you can sit down and you can tweak, love that. So my dad would let me, pluck at stuff with his little 22, but he had a nice scope on them. So they're fun.
That's why I like the carbines. Nice in between the Winchester lever action carbines, where you like oh god, those are great.
Lever action, like they split in half, or
no, you hit the lever.
Oh, that okay, yeah.
It has an internal magazine, like a 10-round internal magazine.
Like Josh Holiday.
Yeah,
they're going to be, they're longer, they're carbines, so they're not full blown long rifles. They're usually using pistol ammunition, but they're great for if you want to. They have a longer, more accurate
medium
range. Yeah, medium range, but they're shorter, so inside close quarters.
Yeah.
Well, no, inside close quarters, it's easier to maneuver. Long guns are not great inside your home because you can't maneuver them as well around doorways stuff. Whereas a carbine, much easier to maneuver.
Or sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah. No, that's what I have. Security shotguns are shorter barrels for that same purpose, but they don't. That's why the problem with the security shotguns is oftentimes many of the ranges have restrictions on your ability to bring them to the ranges around here because of their shorter barrels.
Yeah. Oh, Eman, he said he's used a few hands. Like I've shot a 38 snub nose. Those things are ridiculous. Come on, man. And
it's the reason why it was generally a backup piece. It wasn't.
They're right in front of you, maybe, but like anything after about 5 feet, fucked. But but I could see like Doc Holliday or Kitty or one of them like having it in their boot, pull that out at a poker game or something.
Yeah, I mean the 38 snub nose detective special that I have is exactly that. It was my father-in-law's backup piece that he wore on his ankle.
Yeah. Those are wild, and it's like I've shot those, but for me, I like doing the range shooting, like longer.
Yeah,
I like using like what we'll do is use a scope and rifle, and we'll do a spread. So it's like, okay, I'll take 10 shots, Dad, you take 10 shots. We draw some circles and we see who does the best. That's what I love. DC foil, and that's about it for con exclusives. What was the DC foil of? Let me see. SDC.
The DC foil did a Superman logo cover with the movie Superman S. They did a Batman.
Yes, that is a beautiful
cover.
piece.
They did a couple things. They have a couple metal covers. They did a bunch of reprints with cool covers on them. They also have a Creature Commandos book with a horizontal cover featuring the art from the upcoming animated show. They did a Detective Comics. Yeah, they did a Detective Comics 27 homage with like the Christian Bale Batman on it, which looks really dope. I can actually show you all of them because I posted. You should follow Legion of Comics.
Who are they?
Instagram.
And what do they do?
It's a spastic kid that would be confused for your little brother really easily if people aren't careful.
Is it is it teaming? Is it teaming with comic flora and fauna?
It is teaming with comic flora and fauna. So here they are.
Mm.
There's the Absolute Batman for the Absolute Comics coming up. It's Ashcan.
That's not the one. That's not the one Beckerman got, right?
And it's
He got a
foil.
Superman.
I don't know.
He got a Superman.
And then there's the Batman issue number 150 foil cover, Superman number 1 foil cover with the movie logo.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's nice. I like that one a
And
lot.
this is dope.
That's
Creature
cute.
Commandos number 1 special edition.
That art's nice.
Yeah, that's the animation from the upcoming
Like it.
film or TV show.
It should be fun.
Absolute Power
Oh,
number 1 foil cover, which
That's
that's
rad.
interesting because Absolute Power number 1 isn't
about the
slated to be out
Justice
for
League.
months.
Oh,
Who did that art, Izzy?
I can't see it from my screen.
I'm sorry.
Let me just zoom in a little bit. Oh, isn't that Jose Luis?
Garcia
Jose
Lopez.
Luis? Yeah,
What it looks
Garcia
like
Lopez.
to me.
That's
I
what it
didn't
looks
want to
like
say
to
it and
me.
be wrong though.
Yeah, that looks like Garcia Lopez. Makes sense
And you
with all
got
the.
Batman. You have the Hush special edition with just pencils and inks. Then there it is. That's super
that's
dope.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right?
that cover's already been out.
That looks like an AF-15.
The world's finest covers have been around. The ones
This
that
one's
Alex
been
Ross
out
covered.
already, Rob? This Batman one?
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now because I have, if not, it's almost identical
Now, I
to
do want to say
a fan
the suit,
expo
the suit
variant
he's
that's been
wearing
out
is
for a while.
specifically Batman Begins. It's not the Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises. So I don't know if they did a variation on it or just re-released it. Because I've noticed a lot of these companies when they do con exclusives, they roll over their stock. Like Ghost Machine is rolling over stock. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
you know what? I guess it is a slight variation. It's similar, but not exactly. There's a
What is
fan
going on, Nelson?
there's a fan expo version that
That's super dope. The action figure McFarlane special edition for Batman Beyond.
That one should probably be a big one.
And then that's a metal cover for Wonder Woman Volume 1. The trade paperback has a metal cover as well as Batman Volume 1.
I
has
don't get the
metal.
metal covers.
I don't get them on a trade paperback. I know a lot of people like them just because like it changes the art in its own way. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess maybe if you want one for novelty, like, hey, I've got one metal cover, but like, I just don't get it.
Oh, it definitely changes the way that art looks. I've got a few of them, but they're all just Jang books. I've never seen somebody else's metal cover and be like, oh, I need to get that because it's metal. I got this unicorn one he got. It just looks
I like
amazing.
unicorns. Is
Yeah,
it for
right?
real unicorns?
Yeah, it's a unicorn book.
I like unicorns.
They're called war corns. It's like think like Commando mixed with a unicorn.
I like the piece of corns, not the waracorns. Unicorn. Unicorn. I was obsessed with them as a little kid. I had like glass unicorns all over my room. Loved that movie Legend. Still do. Holler out to Ridley Scott. Thanks, bro. Tim Curry scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, they did.
You got to holler louder.
My spiritual incantations to them on the nightly.
Got you. Persistence is key.
Mhm.
By the way, did you get to see the trailer to Alien in the theater?
But
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was the first teaser they did.
It
Like
just
that
looks so
second
great
trailer
on the big
was-
screen, though.
That second trailer they dropped last week was intense. Was insane.
Yeah.
But
It just looks really good on the screen, man.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really ready to see it.
Hold on, I
Even
gotta
my-
go let my cat in. She's begging.
My wife's not big on horror movies, but she was like, "Oh, we got to see that."
No, my wife saw the trailer and was like about to leave the theater. She's like, I don't do scary shit.
It looks insane.
Me and Pops will go see that one. We have this good system worked out where I buy the tickets and he buys the concessions.
Oh, that's okay.
It normally balances out, but so like I go to Regal and I didn't. I've never
Regal?
redeemed. I never redeemed my Regal points. So I was looking at it last time we went to movie. I'm like, I've got like this huge number of points. and I asked them at the concessions after I bought them, like, can I redeem these stuffs here and all that stuff? And they're like, yeah, and even if, because it says like you get a free small drink or a free small drink and popcorn, like you never get a small. They're like, oh, it's fine. The amount can go towards your purchase is all it is. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
So when I went last night, I went in there. I have 76,000 points, and it's only like 7,000 points for a free drink kind of thing. So Pops ended up spending $15 at concessions for 2 large drinks and candy and stuff. It worked out good. Boom.
So when we went to see Transformers, they gave us a whole bunch of these passes. So that was really cool. So we got free drinks, we got free candy, all that fun stuff, and toys as well.
I do want to say and point this out. I don't know if they still have them, but in celebration of Deadpool and Wolverine, Big Time Collectibles dropped that amazing black and yellow Wolverine from John Jang. I scored that set immediately yesterday. Then they have the McFarlane statues there as well. Those new Marvel statues from McFarlane.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that Captain America one to come out.
Did it drop the value of that one?
Of what
Or are they
one?
just the one that you're showing right now?
The Deadpool one?
The Deadpool Wolverine.
They're sharing in-stock items for Deadpool and Wolverine. They've got some really cool variants.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's wicked. Like how on the color version there, he's like standing on the body of Magneto and Sabretooth. That's that Cale Newt and Martin Cocola. And then they have the Wolverine bundle pack for the upcoming series there.
No, I'm not going to be that person that buys 9 copies of the same book.
No, they're different. See?
They're different.
No.
They are different.
I get
from the outside. They're different from the outside.
I stack on different issues. I collect like massive like numbers of like Doctor Strange 15 or 14, whichever one the Amy Grant one was, and like the new Fantastic Four. That's like Art Adams, like 47 or something.
Was Art Adams at? No, it was Adam Hughes. It was at Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes was at Heroes. Yeah, Adams was not.
I want to meet.
What is going on, House of X? I'll be on.
He's a great guy.
I'll be on their stream tomorrow.
He seems like it, and I love his stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a stream with House of X Entertainment tomorrow. Make sure y'all
House of X.
give
Cool.
them a follow. I'll be a guest on their show
awesome.
tomorrow night at 8, I think.
You guys are coming to the Bronx House of X next week or what?
Huh? What's a
Always
brown?
a fan of the yellow and brown suit.
I personally like the orange and brown suit more than all the other ones. That's the one I grew up with. So
It's like late 80s one.
yeah, the John Byrne.
Wait, you talking about comic books? Stays and watch. What is going on, C Bizzle?
I'm getting and also I'm getting some, what do you call them? Storage, some filing cabinets to do my books. It's just, God, this shit's taking so long. I had a basically $26,000 plumbing issue that was unanticipated.
Oh my god!
Damn, you took a thumper, huh?
Yeah. But it's fixed, and it's like a permanent kind of fix. Well, hopefully until I die. But yeah. I mean, the good thing is like I got the place for like 75,000 less than market, but really now only 45 less.
It's still less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm learning things, and it's like home ownership is new to me, and learning lessons, learning things about shit I didn't necessarily want to, but have. Don't get cast iron plumbing. It is a relic of the past.
For a reason.
For a good reason. Miss Kitty. Yeah, so it's been a minute. I've not been able to do comics like as intensely as I've wanted to. Been kind of like not around as much, and it's made me kind of sad. But hopefully, like in a few weeks, that can change, and I can go back to the things that I love. And my sister's gonna help me decorate my room.
How are you going to decorate it?
I want definitely like a
With blood
desk and
splatter.
well, I'm not sure. Some things I want to get framed. Some I want to put like my slabs on the wall or whatever, and others I want to put like certain framed books I have on the wall. But in terms of how is it going to present, I'm not sure. But I want to do like a corner where I've got my desk and like computer and camera set up, and then like behind that shows a bunch of comic shit, so I can like be like you guys, because that's what it means to be integrated and part of the crowd.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to do a Black Panther section because I'm really about my T'Challa. Maybe just a jungle action section. That would be cool if I could just like showcase all my jungle actions because I really like them.
You need some nice green foliage in the background.
Okay, I'll think about that.
You
Got any? Go ahead.
See a couple books that came in for Comic Screen Cancer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let me boom. Since Mark's gonna sit there. There we go. All right. So we get this. These all came from Stepford Wolf Comics. So it's a husband and wife team. So the first two are from the husband, and the second two from the wife.
Mando.
Yeah, converted Lando into Mando.
Mando.
Get that.
What about the? Well, it's teaming.
And then Grogu.
Very cute.
And then this is from the wife.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I was prepared for her stuff not to be as good as his stuff, but I was wrong.
Yeah, her stuff is amazing.
That's what you get for being sexist.
That's crazy scary. Tim Curry is.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah,
It looks very Alex Rossy.
It's good.
her art is amazing. I told her she's gonna try to do some more to send in. I told her, I said, well, make sure you remind me when you're said and done. I'm gonna have to get on your commission list because
For real, she's got something.
That shit's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could show you guys Miss Kitty, but she's not that interesting and she's not very collectible.
Let's see. This is this other box that came
You
in.
mean Miss Kitty stickers, Caroline?
Miss Kitty stickers.
About Miss Kitty stickers.
It would just be like of her butthole.
I can see it.
It'd just be like a cat butt.
With the tail up.
Mhm.
Lady Fantastic.
The sad part is they'd probably sell pretty well.
They would.
All right, so this is another box. This also came in for C3. I haven't seen it at all yet. This is actually Old Man Collectables. Got these. He keeps talking about that he's somehow connected to vis-a-vis marriage or something to Chad Hardin, and got some books from him. And I guess while Eddie's connected, I guess Chad doesn't really know Eddie very well because he's like, when he was asking for it, he's all, these things better not end up on like eBay and like giving him all this grief and stuff.
Ultimately, they might.
Yeah, who knows? So
It won't start there, though. That's what matters.
So there's a set that's Vampirella Year 1 with a Virgin variant.
Shout out to virgins.
So it says back. He's got it labeled. It's kind of cool. He's got kind of labeled that Vampirella Year 1, Issue 3 from September 2022. Cover G 1 in 15 incentive. Okay, why is this from chat? These are Joseph Michael Linzer art. So I'm not quite sure why Chad Harden sent these.
Oh, we can sell those directly to Scott.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is it?
This one is, I don't know what this is. But it's signed by Chad Harden, and it's got some little his seal COA saying it's from his studio. Whatever. And the Hunters #1.
I like that art.
These are some thick books, yeah. And the Hunters #1. So signed by him. So these are probably his proofs. Where one-shot special paper films. Okay, so this is from it says a Palmiotti and Amanda Connor worked on it with him too. So could be cool. Anyways, so a little set of books, a little something. If you guys have things that you want to send in for Comic Screen Cancer, or maybe you're thinking, hey, should I send something in? The answer is yes, unless of course you like cancer. Did anybody here on the panel like cancer? Nope. All right, great. Motion is carried. Everybody should be looking through their stuff and looking for things. Of course, we're coming up real quick on just 2 months before the event. So time is, think about doing it this weekend. Take a look through your PC. What have I upgraded? What have I no longer want? Or any number of things like that. And let's reach on out to us. You can get a hold of us now on Instagram and on Facebook, because we grew up and went backwards. But that's okay. You can follow us on either or both places and reach out to us on either place. We'll get back to you with information on where to ship it, so we can get it ready for the auction. Because only way we get to $50,000 is if we all come together.
Yeah. I have so much shit I don't want.
Well, we don't want that stuff.
Well, we do if it's
We
good
want the
stuff.
stuff that you want, because that's the good stuff.
Well, no, sometimes people have good stuff they just don't want anymore. It doesn't fit their collection anymore.
I have good shit that I don't want anymore. It just doesn't fit my collection.
Yeah, what is it? The first appearance of Black Panther?
It's mostly like modern. But yeah, like I have like whole runs of like New Avengers, Dark Avengers, all of that shit. Just like,
Yeah,
take it.
I was just toying with that last night. I was thinking, as I going through my collection, I said, I've got a full run of Mystique that, well, I don't know if I necessarily need it anymore. Or I also have, since I'm giving up one of the She-Hulk #1s I have.
Mhm.
Savage She-Hulk, the first appearance. I do have that complete run, and I'm like,
Dude,
that would be kind of cool, because then I could put the #1 with all the 2 through 25 or whatever it was, and maybe it'd be kind of cool.
Make
it
it
a section of runs, yeah.
Make it a nice little run.
Mm-hmm. And I definitely have runs that I like that I have like duplicate runs of, but they're like shorter runs.
Sometimes I eat Mexican, and then I have the. Well, sorry.
What kind of figures? What kind of figures are they? Canadian survivals.
Some low grade Nintendo slabs.
Dude, that's not
Valiant.
bad. That's good.
Are they?
Yeah, Valiant Nintendo slabs.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, those are the.
If they're Valiants, they
Yes,
got
that's when Nintendo first started going to comics.
Yeah,
so those are
those
actually
books-
really pricey.
Those are pretty.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
another one.
laugh about it. Laugh about it
Yeah,
now.
no, laugh about it and give it to me.
Oh, still above 9.0. Okay.
Mama
Yeah.
likes Nintendo.
There you go. That's what you were showing off earlier, Mark.
Let me make it big. Yeah, that's insane in person. I was just looking at it. You can just keep seeing a little more details of the Constructicons, like the bucket truck up on his shoulder, and the sound wave.
Miss Kitty, if I could lift you up without you being a little hissy fit, I would show you to everybody.
There's that's the one in 25. And the other one I was showing off, this is the Miko
Swan. That's wicked.
That's that BTC box that came in that Comic Shield. Yeah.
That was the Miko one came in the BTC
Oh.
box.
Well, this is my BTC
Oh, I got
order.
you.
It's not the BTC box. Sorry, it's a BTC order.
Okay, that's my confusion. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's my fault. I forgot.
Well, I'll let it be your fault then.
I forgot they had a box.
Yeah, my June box should be getting here like today or came in yesterday. It's around, but I don't have a clue what the monthly book is for it.
Yeah, no, this is just a bunch of Transformers exclusives that I had picked up.
I'm gonna show you Lord of the Rings cards.
I gotta go, you guys.
Bye
Nice to see everyone this
Bye,
morning.
madam.
Bye, madam.
Guys.
See you. Take care. Okay, here. We're gonna show you. This is Galadriel. It's like, it's hard to see, I guess, because it's shiny, but it's these scene cards where, no, that doesn't show very well at all.
So, lady, I have a question for you regarding Lord of the Rings. Do you know if there's any comic books for Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I do. And yes, there are.
They are? Okay, so they exist.
Eclipse Comics
Eclipse did them?
Well, let me see. Eclipse Comics did The Hobbit, and let me just check Eclipse. No, Eclipse just did The Hobbit. I don't know if there's a Lord of the Rings comic.
I was muted. No wonder.
Rings comic. There's a graphic novel.
I see. If Brian, if you're still here, I don't know. I remember you were saying about you wanted to get some of those Sonic books. I don't know if you ever picked those up, but if not, they're on sale now.
I have a Lord of the Rings magazine. Sorry.
Yeah, they're on sale on special right now. $15 temporarily. We have them on special at the big cartel shop, which I'll drop that link right now under the guise of Legion of Comics.
It's like different.
Special.
This is like basically the Lord of the Rings magic cards came with one art card in the back of every pack. And in the total, there's actually 81 art cards of just like the card art. And I was able to collect every single one of them. Get it off of me. I'm a dork. Fantastic. Okay. Be safety, man. Get off my face. Yeah, have it on me. Take it off me.
Do you do new comic book day books, Caroline?
Occasionally. On the 31st, I'm doing a new comic day book. It's going to be Santos Sisters number 7.
I was trying to think. That's a fifth new comic book day kind of thing. You know how like the 5th Wednesday of a month always be
yes,
like
yes. It's a little weird.
Super weird every time. A lot of times publishers will take advantage and drop annuals, you know, like let's just put out an annual. That'd be a good day for it.
Those are usually the annuals, yeah.
Not this time. They're just not. Most of them start putting shit out.
No, Santos Sisters, so they're indie, but they're doing the 31st, and I paid for a little ad space in there, so you might be seeing a little message from me. But I'm excited, so I could get a copy of that. But
it was weird looking at how big of a release week this week was,
and then next week's crickets.
Like, why did they just space this shit out? Because like
that's not how it works.
This was just this week for me.
It seemed to be a thick week for everybody. Show me, and is that all just DC?
No.
Or is that everything?
No, that's my week.
DC, Indie, Marvel.
So I have another one of these coming. Like it was hard to get because the
Berserker,
where it was distributed from. But Jang did a Berserker through Boom, but it's like a $10 book or something like that, and it was done through a company called Comic Connect, which
Jason
isn't a shop.
Aaron?
It's like,
They
yeah,
got
so
Jason Aaron on there because he can
yeah, like
write.
Berserker's taken off. Keanu's got it in a great place where like he's bringing in other
Jason
creators
Aaron
to
can
write a
write.
story. Yeah, this was fantastic. If you like Wild Wild West stuff, revenge stories, and what they are kind of just oversized one shots, because
I don't necessarily like it, but I do love a Jason Aaron's writing.
the character B has been around for a millennia. So the story of Berserker was the end of that millennia. So there's countless stories you can write between his creation and the end. But yeah, that was really cool. Of course, Mad Cave is killing it. Dick Tracy #3. I'm loving this series. Void Rivals for that Energon goodness. Mad Cave kicked off Flash Gordon. This isn't the cover of my choice, but I'm terrible about adding stuff on my pull list. I just go grab it off the shelf. Let me get Rob. There it is. That's the he already knew. That's the one that I wanted. The movie photo cover.
The 1 in 20.
Yeah, I'll end up tracking one down for sure. It shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, Flash Gordon, Godzilla versus Power Rangers Part 2. I love this shit. I think we're like at the end of Power Rangers as a comic book, because I know that Boom Studios like lost the licensing, or the licensing is changing hands and stuff. But they just did the penultimate issue to this like multi-year story that's been going on, and Melissa Flores has killed it. It was really cool. The big finale is a one shot next week, just titled with the name of the event. It's not like the next number, but Mark Millar is back, or how he pronounces it, Mark Miller. Follow up to Big Game with Nemesis. This is the first book now that he's at Dark Horse, but the next Prodigy, Nightclub, Magic Order, and the finale of Jupiter's Legacy are all starting between now and October.
All right, I just have to say something. The Valerio guy, did he just take two names of great authors and put it together, or artists? Because it says Jang Giordano.
Valerio?
Jang Giordano.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that.
It's like, okay, I'll just start putting up. My name's going to be Caroline.
That has to be a pen name, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be like Caroline
Tolkien Walker.
Kirby Colon.
Rook Exodus #4 from Ghost Machine, and that B cover. They've been doing all the Warden masks for the B cover. Yeah, Nemesis was fantastic. So was Rook. And this is one that I hope people didn't miss out on. I shared it out to give them the heads up. But it's from the Unnamed Universe. It's a Ghost Machine book that was part of an anthology when Image did their 30th anniversary. Jeff Johns and Andrea Moody had this story in there. So you have to pick up all 12 issues of that anthology book. So they went back and bound it together so you can get it as a standalone now. The J-Man's going with Kirby Swan. That's a good one. Batman Dark Age. This has been phenomenal. Mark Russell and Mike Allred. And Nice House started a second volume with Nice House by the Sea. Super duper good. Absolute Power kicked off with this piece of shit right here. Green Arrow tie-in. Task Force 7 Part 2, which this was super dope with that Amazo robot called Depth Charge. Got the Jang variant for it. And then the Jang variant for the Green Arrow.
It's not Jang Giordano?
No, this one's just Jang.
Oh.
And then Flash. So it was a massive week. There's no reason for them to not like space that stuff out.
It was a chunk. That was a hefty
Could
chunk.
it be because of San Diego that they might have done that?
That's a good point. Try to get everybody before their bank accounts.
Possibly. Yeah, because San Diego's gonna it should be a light week because of San Diego.
Is that
But then again,
happening
next
now?
week should be San Diego's happening right now.
Right now, yeah.
Did it
Well,
just
right now
happen?
people are sleeping, I bet, over there. What's the time over there?
Right now, probably
Rob?
people are queued in line
6.
outside.
It's 6:15 in the morning.
15.
Yeah, they're probably
I'm
in
gonna-
line.
I'm going to go with Sean Margarita Sr.
Okay. Schomburg, Ramita Senior.
Yeah.
That's important. The senior.
Yes. Very.
Next week is your heavy week, DJ Links. Yeah, it's mine too because I'm getting one.
Next week is not his heavy week. It's nobody's heavy week next week.
It's his heavy flow week, but that's different.
Huh?
What?
Who?
What? A who and a what and a where now?
Jane Giordano?
You're gonna be saying that all day now.
My name is Caroline Jane Giordano.
You're gonna be in the.
And who killed my father?
Prepare to die.
Cat's gonna knock something over and be like, Jane Giordano, chill it.
No, it's gonna be the new fuck. Plumhouse revealed Spawn
Yeah, I
movie
saw
will be
that.
called King Spawn.
I'm not nothing for a Spawn movie till we actually see something.
Yeah, so it's been revealed that there's a title for a movie that's coming out in about 20 years.
You're a title. I guess it's 15 minutes after 6. I should at least open my work email.
I'm working from home today, dude. Yesterday we had such a stressful audit. It's every 3 years. It's like biosafety, and I'm the person in charge of it. But we're good.
Did everybody die?
Basically, inside
Biosafety.
we all did. Yeah, it's dumb. It's like dude, we just work with a couple of things, but they have to have it for a reason. It's just
We got
really
like 4 books next week.
Do you?
Yeah, 4 books between all publishers.
You should read Santos Sisters. You probably wouldn't dig it, but they're funny as fuck.
Because I probably wouldn't dig it, I'm not gonna get it.
That's fair. That's fair. Hey, what's up, House of X? There's
What is
also a
the
Ninjago.
Santos Sisters you speak of?
It is kind of like a satire of like Jughead or Archie or whatever, drawn in that style. But it like makes fun of like just
Hey, it's The Criminal.
Or my criminal gun show too.
It's just very glib and tongue in cheek and makes fun of like modern day stuff. But
Yo, you need to stop vaping so much. Seriously.
Hold on, what is it?
Man.
Y'all stepping over the end of her sentence at the beginning of yours. What was it?
They're very tongue in cheek and saucy and make commentary on like current. It's kind of like a fun Simpsons.
Where is it? I'm
not
not seeing it.
Santos Sisters. It is not popular. It is small publishing. Hold on.
There's Archie. That almost tricked me. If you see it, tell me to stop.
Yeah, let me just go to Santos Sisters. They have a website, and I'll send that to you. Here we go. I love them so much.
It's right here. Here we go.
Yeah, and I have an ad in there that I put in and paid for. Yeah, they're just really funny. I don't remember ordering Morisco's. Well, if it isn't Amber and Alana Santos, the Santos Sisters. Yeah, it's just really, like one of the bad guys in it was named Fidget Spinner or named Bridget Spinner instead of Fidget Spinner, and like her spaceship was a fidget spinner. It was fucking hilarious. It's just ridiculous. And
Blue
they have like
Agua has a scaly goal, breeding with Todd.
So yeah, it's good. It's really lighthearted and funny, and I love it. Things are going with my bio. Is it you again?
Now y'all can start fussing at Durs for vaping. Go.
Durds, we love you, bro.
Oh, did he get mad? Oh yeah,
he knows it's not us, but we're just parodying. So what fucking.
I was like, we didn't make Durs mad.
I had to stop my cam and do something.
What? Some guy.
I wonder what.
Somebody who's upset that he's not a member of the real comic community or something.
About this. King Spawn.
Whatever the hell that
That's
is.
what I heard.
Garbage.
King Spawn. Let's get back to that.
Who?
King Spawn. Let's get back to that. I heard you guys talk about
Spawn.
it.
Okay.
We talked about it briefly. It's not happening.
I agree with you, and for all the people that are complaining that there wasn't a date, just get it right. That's all I want. It can take as long as I want at this point. Just get it right. That's all I care about. That's where I'm at. And I really like that it was King Spawn because it's going to be darker. It's going to be more horror, more dark, more horror, more gritty. I feel like it's going to be kind of. He talked about having like some of the Crow vibes when he was originally making the movie or whatever, but having that like real dark and gritty tone. I think King Spawn is going to be perfect for it. The main current run is really phenomenal.
I have a question. What can King Spawn do that Spawn can't?
King Spawn is Spawn. It's the same guy.
I know.
Same guy.
But he's just leveled up.
It should, basically he can make, he has wings. He can grow wings and he can give himself horns.
And a crown?
It's a suit. It's his symbiote suit that makes it.
Oh.
Does that change the dynamic of what the movie's supposed to be?
I would 100% say yes. I would 100% say yes. And that would leave off for things for the future for like the Spawn universe. If there's going to be tie-ins, like whatever, Todd probably has things planned.
Let's be honest. We got to stick by with the one.
Right. But Todd, he's like, oh, if we can get this movie, let's make sure we have all this on the back end just in case, because it's Todd. He'll have 100 different things going on.
And that's where Todd needs to relax and just get the one out.
As a diehard Spawn fan, my biggest fear was we heard a lot of things about that it was going to be like a remake of the 90s one or like a retelling of that. I would have been heartbroken.
I don't hate that movie.
I don't hate it either, but I don't want, after waiting this long, I don't want the same movie or a remake of that movie. I think that would have been the biggest slap in the face to us Spawn fans.
You just don't want an origin film as well.
Right. Give me something new. Give me something current. Give me something to build off of in the future. So I think King Spawn is okay. I wish there would have been more. But again, I guess we'll see, because the one dude from Blumhouse was saying 2025, and Todd was like, "No." He's like, "We'd have to start filming in 2 months."
For 2025?
And I don't think Jamie Foxx is attached to the movie anymore either. I think I was on the fence of it. I love Jamie Foxx, but I was hit or miss.
We're past Jamie Foxx at this point.
Yeah, did he try to poison him?
He's gonna be Blade at this point.
Yeah.
Did you say Drake poisoned Jamie Foxx?
No, did he?
No.
Did he try to?
P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs.
That sounds more accurate.
That's the one. Yeah.
Mr. Steal Your Kids.
Hey,
Yeah, that
Tony allegedly steal your kid.
among other things.
Come on, hasn't been convicted yet.
We were showing books and nobody talked about this one, and this book was phenomenal. Barfly from Ryan Brown, same guy that did 8 Billion Genies. So dope.
Is it
so
Ryan
dope.
G. Brown?
No, not Ryan G. Brown, unfortunately. Just Ryan Brown. And then shout out to Paul. I skipped this. I took it off my pull list because it was in black and white, and he gave it to me.
We knew better.
It was good. It was good. The rest isn't going to be in black and white, right?
I haven't read the rest. Have you read the rest?
I don't know. I didn't know if you were in solicitations, dude. I don't know. You're right. I just can't. I don't like black and white comics.
You could color it in yourself.
I was like, I'm going to send him one.
That's right. The color as a black and white comic.
Every black and white comic should come with a box of Crayolas that you can take with you when you go out the dinner.
I'd be into that.
This isn't just a black and white comic, Rob. It is, and then you get to the last page and you realize that
it's intentionally black and white.
Oh, so it's not like the
last
future,
page
like
color
the Future State series that was like all black and white because they didn't want to pay a colorist.
No, it's not like that. It's for intention.
Yeah,
like here,
it's part of the story.
I just wish it was in color for like stuff like this, like the monsters and stuff. That's why I wish it was in color.
It will be moving forward. Go to the last page. Show them the last page. So black and white apparently was part of the story, and color is introduced to it via a magic character.
That's why I'm buying the entire. I'm on issue 94 of Walking Dead Deluxe because I'm never going to read the regular series. So
yeah, but the regular series was meant to be black and white too.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I'm weird.
It's not weird. You're just a millennial.
No, it's not even that.
Hold on.
That's
As an
true.
elder millennial,
That's true.
I object.
I love black and white comics.
As
Love
a
them.
Gen
Sorry,
X,
C Bizzle. They
Right.
walked me into that. I'm normally real good about spoilers, but I'm tired and I just woke up and I walked right.
I'll say this: as a Gen X who had to watch black and white TV, I'm all about giving me color.
Cool. I dig that.
You understand that though.
Sure. And we were TV rich. We had 3 TVs, but 2 of them were black and white. We only had 1 color TV.
Did you guys find
had-
that one?
The main color TV was in the main room.
Do you remember? Do you remember those
The 2
TVs?
black and
at
whites were because my parents each had one before they got married, and they had those 2. So one of them was a little small TV that was in the kitchen because my dad, when he was a cop, he worked graveyards. When he was getting ready for his shift or coming home from his shift, he'd like to watch TV while he's eating. And then the other color TV or black and white TV, that for a long time ended up in my room. So I could play my Atari 2600.
Nice.
You just play video games in black and white. Those are fun.
Well, yeah, because it's better than not playing it at all.
I did play video games in black and white. Pong. That does count.
Nah, we're talking about like Super Mario Brothers played that.
No. Hold on. Atari 2600,
It's like
not
Battle
Nintendo.
Tanks.
ColecoVision.
Yeah, I'm talking Atari. I played all of the original. I still have an Atari and everything.
By the time the Activision games came out for Atari, we got to hook it up to the color TV. But initially,
Didn't the Atari have a Frogger? They had Frogger on Atari.
yeah, they did. Eventually,
Yeah.
that was part of the Activision. So Activision started making games for the Atari 2600. It was actually people who had worked for Atari who left Atari and started their own company, Activision, because they weren't, as game creators, they weren't getting paid correctly, compensated correctly. And one of the things that really set Activision games apart was they really found a new way, given the limited memory and capacity of the thing, in order to present colors and some of the other stuff. So when you look at an Activision game, the scale of colors and even though the graphics are still 8-bit graphics, the overall presentation of what was there and the amount of content that was on the screen and everything else was far superior to the standard Atari games at the time.
It's cool.
And it's really, Activision is really, their game releases really helped to prolong the Atari 2600 lifespan beyond what it probably should have been, because by the time the Atari 2600 was still selling well into the Nintendo era, and by the time the Nintendo era was there, obviously the game graphics on Nintendo were far superior to the 2600.
Now Activision's one of the most hated companies in the gaming industry because they hate and mistreat their female workers.
That's a broad statement.
No, it's a true statement. They literally are getting sued for billions of dollars. They're getting hit hard right now. A whole bunch of class action lawsuits are going on.
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, Activision and Call of Duty are getting hit hard right now.
Man, though, I've watched some Call of Duty videos of people playing Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
It can get a little toxic.
Oh yeah, gaming. There's nothing more toxic on the planet than gaming culture. There's nothing. I'm not even kidding you. You take for example content like Sticky Goose or what Rage Theo or just people that just are posting for bashing for views. Now take that. Now everybody
does he?
Is that who I'm talking about? Dude, who does the live streams complain about stuff for 10 hours?
Keep it thorough.
Not Rage Theo.
Keep it thorough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rage Theo seems to be a pretty positive fellow. Hangs out with Phil, and he looks like Keanu.
Okay.
Reeves. He's a
Okay. Yep. My bad.
Yeah,
See,
man.
I have all those dudes
I don't
mixed
follow
up.
him close, but he seems like a
Yeah, I don't follow any of those. I've
Super
just seen
nice
them in the
guy.
names. Keep it thorough. That's what I mean. But again, no, just kind of like the rage stuff, like Marvel or blah 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 or DC if they're complaining about somebody. Now, when it comes to gaming, every person you meet is like that times 100, and they're all 12, and they all and it's
That's
rough.
the thing. 14-year-olds can make me cry. They're so mean. Video game.
Because they know how to hurt you.
Yeah, they do.
How do you know me?
Look at Mark making his Instagram post for the day.
I'm doing. I don't do feedback on eBay very good, so when I do it in clumps, And I just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packages come in that were all part of like one thing I was working on displaying.
How do you
So
not do the feedback? Dude, they send me like 6 emails if I don't leave a feedback. It's like every day.
Talking about eBay sends it to you? Or
Yeah,
the seller?
yeah. eBay. So selling and buying, eBay is now like reminds you.
Sellers will send you a direct message sometimes asking, "Hey, could you?" But when I get an email, like I have my notifications on. If an email drops and it's not something I need to address or respond to, I delete it via the notification without even opening my email. I keep my emails tight.
All my eBay emails will automatically go into a folder to get filtered.
So I when I see one, so I got one while I was sitting here. I'm like, okay. Well, last night when after like the kids played with Pops on Wednesday, and then I worked, came home, changed, went to the movie, and then me and Kyle went and picked the kids up last night. So when we came home, they opened packages of toys and stuff, and including the final ones of all that stuff that's grouped together. So I'm going through and I put some of them here, some of them are up there. So I was taking pictures so I can on their feedback that they were waiting for. It's feedback,
for the pictures. Okay.
Yeah. I don't always see pictures, but I was sitting here with them and I figured like I'd give them some good feedback.
Oh, I just give them the same feedback I give almost everybody.
Because these I am copying pasting the text to all of them, which is I had a great experience as a buyer with this seller. I already have the figures on display. Thank you. And a little hang 10 emoji. And then I'm putting a picture of the figures on there. So
nice little extra.
Mine is a item arrived in timely manner, well packed as described. Thank you.
You don't have to type that because that's what the stars do by hitting the stars in those categories.
I always say highly recommended seller. That's just what I say.
I got that Judge Dredd. I got that Judge Dredd drill book. I'm like, fantastic seller. Messaged me directly after purchase, shipped the next day. Judgment, and like I put like judgment is in innocent, and that's how I left the review. Nice. And he actually messaged me. He's like, I saw your review. Thank you so much. Because like I bought Judge Dredd, so I reviewed him as Judge Dredd.
That's funny.
I judged him. I didn't review him.
How you guys doing today? Having a good day?
These kids are gonna.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Day off, going to see Wolverine, Deadpool. I'm hyped.
Yeah, that's cool,
Rob.
man.
We spoiled everything earlier, so.
The only good bug's a dead bug, bro.
Look how massive.
Would you like to know more?
I never had this as a kid. I
didn't even know they had toys.
That's fire.
So what's cool is like the seller replaced the batteries when sending it. He's like, I'm gonna put fresh batteries in that bitch. I'm like, what? It works?
So Mark, you know how you were hyped about the Avatar game? I know you're not a gamer, but I
follow the Starship Troopers game on IG.
Okay, cool.
And all the interviews.
Cool. Yeah.
That RoboCop Avatar. I'm like, man, one day.
Come to the gaming side, bro. I'll embrace you with open arms.
Y'all hate.
No, dude. No, you come into my community. It's very sheltered. It's a nice sheltered little
you're
spot.
A fucking criminal.
To be honest, I do have a record, so it's true. I do have I do have a couple things on the record. Nothing crazy.
The sheltered community is the community. The group that I was in, my old guild was it's the old farts, and they don't fucking put up with any of that shit. The second you go into drama mode, you're fucking ruined. Nobody gives a
So HWC, we made, like, me and a couple of my buddies when we were going on the Halo MLG Pro circuit, that was our clan when we were 12 years old. It stands for Hollywood Clan. And there used to be like 400 or 500 people.
Clans.
Yeah, same. And there used to be like 400 or 500 of us, but now I still have still the same gamer tag since I was 12. But now, like, you get on and like you'll see this randomly, like
15 years.
Yeah. No. I'm bad at math. No, I'm older than that. I just woke up and had some of my Wheaties, so a little slower.
I've probably
all the brain cells you
had
lost,
email
remember?
addresses longer than you.
Dude, I do have Hotmail. I've had the same email since I was like 8 or 9. that I use Gmail for all my YouTube stuff and whatnot.
In all seriousness, Durs, man, we love you regardless of what they say about you.
Oh man, I'm chilling, dude. I don't care. I'm big chilling, bro. You don't have to take any sweat. There's a couple people in that video that I know are not big chilling though, which is unfortunate.
There was a couple of people that they really said some terrible things about him.
Yeah. That's my issue with that kind of stuff.
And of course, they were saying things like, "Oh no, it's all in fun." It's like, no, it's not in fun when you don't know him like that. If you know him, that's one thing. It's
one of the most toxic things is like someone says something horrible and then they were like, "I'm just joking." It's like,
with all due respect, and I mean,
that's the best one. With all due respect, yeah, that's my favorite.
That idea ain't
now don't take this the wrong way, or like I'll look at my girl and I'll be like, "Hey, babe, now." Please don't get mad when I say this, but I already know she's already mad before I finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Well, about the only person that got off well, and that was Freaky Louie.
100%.
It was great, and they called out the fact that poor man cannot buy a subscription.
You're agreed.
But that's the funny thing. We're all friends with Freaky, right? We're all
right.
What happened? Did somebody mean to him?
No,
they
absolutely
praised him.
They said the closest they got to Freaky was saying that he was borderline creep from like how he looks, which at times, sure, you can see that. But I mean,
saying this stuff. Who were these
straight up recognize the fact that how much effort he puts into his videos and how funny he is, and it's criminal that he does, that he can't get a subscription to save his life because he's so low subs given how much effort he puts into his stuff.
It's criminal, Rob. It's the sticky cup people. The goose is loose.
So
he and his
Lady
wife
F
sat down with like 43 different YouTubers, put their picture up, and I said,
called me a criminal because I have tattoos.
Basically, without no context, basically the context was like, I don't know that she even knows these people. Like, it's just like, here's a still image. What is your impression of this person just based on this screen grab? What's your impression of them, and what do you think that they talk about? And then of course everything was like mostly negative.
Is that Izzy? You asked your wife or something? What these people?
No, not me.
His wife. Sticky Goose, his wife.
So Sticky Goose is a YouTuber who is he's pretty much a troll. Yeah, he's just a troll. And
they are.
Yo.
Hey, fam.
What's popping?
Sleepy.
Chilling, man. I was eating my oatmeal, and I was just like, let me just hop on before I have this meeting in 2 minutes.
Oatmeal? You're that picky and you eat oatmeal?
I know.
What's wrong with oatmeal?
I don't like it. I hate it.
Hold on.
What's wrong with tacos, bro?
No, I mean, hold on. Wait, before you get into
consistency. The consistency for me.
We both have terrible taste. I like oatmeal.
You're right.
And you're a fan of the King Spawn movie. So
You are right. No, but I agree with you that I'm such a picky eater. Like I eat like a 12-year-old. So like it was surprising to me that you like oatmeal. That's all.
But hold on. The question is,
Nothing.
what kind of oatmeal? Just plain
Nothing.
oatmeal?
Okay.
Straight
Okay.
up plain oatmeal. I knew you was gonna ask that.
Okay. I guess plain oatmeal would be better than like the flavored oatmeal because I have enjoyed plain oatmeal a couple times, I guess.
Yeah, this
Maple-
is the title. Of,
I like the
wouldn't be
maple.
Surprised by this. The title of the video being.
Wow.
I'm dead.
Maple's good too. I just ran out of maple.
I like,
so right
yeah, I
now
like
I'm
the
just
maple
doing-
brown sugar.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's really good.
That's the name of the video.
What's not to
AR?
like about
No,
maple
but
and brown
it's
sugar?
not far fetched.
I was like,
One of the end of the video is them not knowing what a trope is. They have no idea what a trope is.
So what video is this?
The new Sticky Goose video, bro. You know what it
Ah,
is.
fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You already know what it is.
No, that's
I think
probably why I didn't hear about it because I don't.
100%. The only reason I heard about it is because I'm at work and I look at my Instagram chat and there's like 30 missed messages. It's like, what is going
He
on?
lives rent free in your head, bruh.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I live rent free in his head.
Change your
Yeah,
name to
actually, it's good.
Sticky
There
Durs.
Yeah.
The only other person that got a light thing really was I think Dragon Ink Comics. They kind of like Dragon Ink Comics.
Dude, I should make a shirt of that.
But there were some things that were lighthearted, like Swaggle Haas. They did a little lighthearted joke about his background and stuff like
Where
that.
are you guys at? Let's get everybody involved now. We might as well get all of them involved.
I didn't like what he said about Comic Tom. I think that was just terrible.
Yeah, my favorite
was
comment in his
tasteless.
whole feed is somebody generally pissed off that they had no idea Reggie stepped away from YouTube, and that's how they found out that like he quit YouTube. They're like, "What?" They're like, "Where did Reggie go? Oh my god, I need to run to his channel." Like they were fans of his channel.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they're talking about Madam Blaster or something. But they're using a screen grab from with Master Blaster.
Dude, right?
That's like so old. I mean, geez.
That
At
was
least,
that was the kind of
Imagine
stuff
how
that I
much
hated.
how much time it took for them to go to each of our videos and watch our stuff and screen grab our stuff. Like,
Oh, you think they
that's-
watched your stuff? That's hilarious.
they had to watch at least something. Counts for a few seconds of watch time.
I mean, and they're successful in what they want to do, right?
Facts.
We're here
You're right.
Friday talking about it.
Well,
So
yeah,
they
well,
don't-
they got a bunch of views, and a lot of people interacted with the video, whether or not they interacted it well or not, and so that
in
mission
terms
accomplished.
in terms
But
of
it doesn't make it right. At the end of the day, it doesn't make none of it right.
No, it doesn't
So-
matter. But
listen, in terms of algorithm interaction and doing well for their channel, they did well. Now, in terms of quality of content, doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but they do know what people watch.
So the biggest thing. So like you guys see, it says 4,000 views. That could be 4,000 people clicking on that video for 15 seconds and watching 15 seconds of that video.
sure,
I
just
would,
like 4,000
I would
subscribers
love,
would be-
right? I would love to see how much what their audience retention looks like on their overall
It shows
channel.
that.
Well,
on
I'm
the
sure
graph.
that video has.
I can't see it. That's YouTube algorithm stuff. You'd
I'm
have
sure
to
that
see it
video-
on their end.
Yeah, you'd have
I'm sure
to
that
be
video
there.
has some decent retention as people watch.
Sure, agreed.
Well,
But,
if we
still,
watched it, we're part of that retention rate.
I just skipped to my time. Someone DM'd me my timestamp, and I only had to watch 20 seconds of it.
Obviously,
I
didn't watch
I was
any of it.
skipping. I was
I'm not
skipping to
gonna.
people I knew.
obviously, if their intent was just to get views and get interactions, mission accomplished.
Mission
If
accomplished.
their actually
Agreed.
was to try to be a part of the real comic book community, as he kept calling it, then obviously no, he's not going to be part of the community. And I don't know
How
what
do
the
you
hell
say
that real community is supposed to mean. I mean,
It's
he's
stupid.
because I don't know anybody who says, "Oh, this is the real community." Versus it's just a comic book community. It's everybody, except for those who want to ostracize themselves and be freaking outside of it.
The only reasons I'm in private group chats with you guys is because I pay $4.99 a month to hang out, to be in those private group chats. Like that.
Time
That's
out,
not real.
time out,
Real.
time out.
What's up?
I don't have a private group chat that is a members only.
Oh, I didn't know. I've been in there for so long. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just
have
assumed.
there's
I
multiple
apologize to that.
group chats, and none of them
I've been in them for so long, I just didn't know. So I retract that statement. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Fair statement on someone else's stream, but I do want to point out that there's not a
retract for all the Legionnaires. I retract that statement because, like I said, I'm in like 20 different group chats, man. They get confusing sometimes. There's a lot of stuff going on.
So can I ask a question real quick? Because I know you brought up real community. I'm just gonna ask it anyway. Real community. Rob, do you guys claim Sticky Goose into the bald community? What's his standing amongst you guys?
I don't even remember what I saw last night's video and I don't even remember it. Are you saying is he bald? I didn't even pay attention.
He's bald. It looks like he has.
I'll be there in about 7 years. Yeah, I'll be there in about 7 years.
He was commenting. The whole comment he said about the real community was he was made reference to in Durz's background screenshot the stickers back there, and they're like I forget what
members only badges.
Yeah, and it's like they're members only stickers and stuff for like this and and he goes, oh yeah, that's the members of the real comic book community, and it's like, what the fuck? That's like a knock on all. How are just because we like to trade shit with each other and.
Well, and he was making a knock about the actual stickers and stuff like that. Like we made them in our closets.
How do you do that? Izzy's doing that with a blurry background.
It's on the settings before you.
Yeah, I like that.
Virtual background.
It's virtual background setting. You can just do a blur.
Yeah, he said that he made
this resources, but
that people made the stickers in their basement.
Yeah,
Sticky Goose. Boom, burned.
Yeah, whatever.
What's up, T-Dubs?
What's up, Gage?
What's going on?
That was a weak sauce video. I scrolled through it looking to see if I was on there. That's all I really gave a shit about, and I'm not worthy of being roasted by the goose that is.
No, you have to have like enough. You have to be like Durs and have enough subscriptions.
Yeah.
Well, you also have to be like
unless you're Freaky Louie, and then not have any subscriptions somehow.
I think what ends up happening is that people that comment his stuff sometimes he looks at it. So
I'd never heard of him until you guys were talking about him.
I never comment on his stuff because I don't want to give him that luxury.
The only reason he's back in
I don't
that
watch
video
his
is
stuff
because
he
engaged with him previously, so he had a reason to put him in there.
Same thing with Biggie Shack.
Oh, what he said about Biggie Shack.
He said all he did was
the whole place looks like a cigarette shop or something.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that actually was kind of spot on, but
shout out to Biggie. Taylor, are those upside down pineapples on your shirt? What are you into over there, buddy?
I'm into whatever you're into, DJ. If you know what it means, you know what it means.
Hey, there you go.
I'm into whatever you're into.
I don't like it. It hurts my eyes.
Upside down pineapples?
I mean, I don't care if people are dicks, but like just making fun of like appearances is a low, weak bar.
It's one thing to be that. It's another thing to not know why you're saying what you're saying, and then some of it's really harmful, especially for some of the people that they did talk about.
Yeah,
and then like I said, like people don't. The one that really kind of ticked me off is what he said about Comic Tom. Now, it's not because of who Comic Tom is, what he said about him was just ridiculous.
What did he say about Comic Tom?
That he puts makeup in that he puts
wears high heels.
Wears high heels. It's like, really? You're gonna go that low with somebody and say things like that about them, especially just because you want to.
But then also that he only when I say, what do you think he talks about? All the stuff that he's got for sale.
Yeah, but that's that's a not that you want to say. It's a what not, right? But talking about somebody. That's just old humor.
Shout out to Whatnot.
Yeah, shout out to Whatnot, right?
I'm doing great on there, man. I gotta shout them out.
Yeah. So it was terrible. You don't know what's going on in people's lives. You don't know what's happening. You're just basing it off what your perception of something, and then you're doing it so you can get cheap laughs, and more importantly, you're harmful to people.
Like I said,
it takes like bravery to put yourself out there on a YouTube channel and shit. Like it really
100%. 100%.
Did anybody see him at
Heroes? What you want? I'm like, if you don't like
What's up, DJ?
Don't be a fucking dick to other people about it.
Did anybody see him at Heroes? Like
no, I didn't. He was there. He was there the entire time. All 3 days. He 100% was. I didn't see him a single time.
I didn't see him at all.
Dude, I guarantee he saw us and avoided us 100%.
I mean, I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
you and avoided
I
you.
avoided you too.
Dude, you never made it to the table, right? You never made it to the table.
Yeah, I 100%. Because Mark's like, hey man, make sure you stop by C3 booths, blah 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 on his thing. That's all he said.
The whole Durs thing happened the first time about Durs going and killing him with positivity. And, I went over and checked out the video and I left a comment like, yo, if you're going to be at Heroes Con, make sure you come by the Comics Curing Cancer booth. We're doing big things over there. I think you'd be interested. Just trying to advertise that on that video that would get traction. And you don't know if he saw the post or not. Don't know if he thought about it or whatever, but dude gets a lot of views. I'm like, let me see if we could get him to mention Comics Curing Cancer over there.
There's other people that get views you can reach out to that aren't quite as dickheaded.
Oh, we do. And it's the people that get views don't have very much interest.
Yeah. Have you reached out to Robbie?
Bobby, Ricky, and Mike?
Yeah,
no, Pop Culture Philosopher.
I'll just message
the best beard on YouTube.
I don't want to put out there who we reach out to and don't reach
out.
I
don't. Yeah, no, I get it. I don't know the guy, but he seems like he would promote it at least.
Yeah. I've watched Sticky Goose guy. It doesn't quite hit. It doesn't quite hit.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Your content hits, lady.
Again, this is a first, and it'll never happen again. But I agree with Izzy. Like if you know somebody and you're ribbing them, it's different than
if you're friends with somebody. It's like you're doing it because you know that person and the person. You don't know what people are going through. Like the stuff he was saying, what he said about Madame, not knowing what she's going through
was wild.
You know what I mean? It's like that's just terrible.
Me off. Stuff like that makes me mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, shut up.
Who's Madame?
If you see me in the street, that's the kind of stuff. If you see me in the street,
Madam,
we're gonna have more than a talk.
Was that on that same video? I didn't see. It was at a different one?
Go back.
I didn't watch
her.
the whole thing. I was just looking at.
She's with.
I must have missed her.
She's there with Madam and Master, so it's an old video. It's an old clip.
Video. Gotcha. That's why I didn't.
And Gary's there too.
Gary, yeah.
Shout out to Gary.
Yeah, shout out to Gary, man. Grow together, sub for subs. I get that, but the way he was saying is like, oh, this is how they're getting their subs. Like, no, it's not. Not exactly. The way we help each other.
Attack Gary. He's not like
because he don't know crap.
Oh, he's attacked him because he's trading subs.
Not trading. It really wasn't trading subs.
No, he's just promoting other people. He didn't care.
Fostering
I'll trade subs. I got a 1-of-1 foil. What do you guys got? I got a 1-of-1 foil, bro.
I got a turkey club.
Ooh, we could share some subs for sure.
Yeah. I think what's going to end up happening to him one day, he's probably going to get punched by somebody.
One a day. You want to trade you some of these?
One a day, I could use. I don't eat vegetables.
You know what the lie about this? You know what the lie
I eat a lot of vitamins.
You have to take these. You have to take 2 of them. So it shouldn't be 1 a day because you have to take 2. It should be once a day. You can say once a day, but 1 a day is a lie.
Anyway, guys, I got to actually go on a meeting. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Izzy.
Stop the vaping, okay, dude?
Waiting for the response video.
Stop the vaping. Go back to cigarettes and kill myself. I'll pass, bro.
Yeah. Stop the vaping. You need to chill. DJ, I'm seeing you next week or what?
Nobody said you to go back. Just because you stop vaping doesn't mean you have to go back.
We'll be there, man. We'll have fun. All right, man.
I need the nicotine, unfortunately.
You don't.
Take it easy, guys. Love you guys.
See you, buddy.
You think you do, but you don't.
I wish, Rob. I really do.
I don't think you understand what the word need means.
Yeah.
As someone who vapes, I don't need vaping. I vape. I like it. That's the only reason.
I as somebody who sleeps with it in my hand, I need it.
No, you don't.
It's nicotine. I don't need a lot of things that I think I'm dependent on. But yeah, nicotine is the one thing that is.
Concentration.
You need food. You need water, but
so
you don't need it. Yeah, exactly, bro.
So the one time I tried to quit nicotine, I was in withdrawals for days, like drug withdrawals almost. Yeah, it was.
You ain't gonna be in drug withdrawals. If you think that, you ain't done. You ain't seen.
No,
drug
I'm saying
withdrawals.
literally the last time I quit nicotine, that's how I was for 2 or 3 days. I couldn't get out of my bed. It was
It takes
bad.
nicotine
Have you ever sucked?
13 days
Have
to
you ever
get out of
sucked
your
dick for
system.
nicotine?
That's crazy.
No, I haven't. I
So then you don't need it.
Dirt.
haven't.
Can I ask a question here?
What's up?
What is the concentration that you use?
5%. But I should technically have a vape mod.
How many how many milligrams per mil is that?
Yeah. How many? Yeah.
The 0.5. So technically, with the ratio, it would just be the 5% nic. So
So
50
you think
nic.
it would be 5 mgs per mil nicotine or 50 mgs per mil?
So basically, one of these comparable nicotine is like almost a full pack of cigarettes. Is
That's
nicotine
not what she's
comparables?
asking. Like,
DJ, I give you the if you want.
No, I'm confused. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at math. Don't ask me.
You work in a
Okay.
vape shop.
So-
This is 25 milligrams per milliliter. But
That's
this
the
is-
difference.
this
So I
is
don't
what-
have.
Hold on, Durs, chill, man.
I'm
This
sorry.
is 25 milligrams per milliliter, but this is what's called nic salts. It's more of a concentrate version. When most of them come in 3, 6, or 12 milligrams per milliliter. But this one is a small mod, and like you don't like I can vape anywhere in the world, inside or outside, because it's such a small amount. That's why they use the nic salts for these. But
That's what I was trying to explain.
Most of them are 3, 6, or 12.
Mine's 5% because it's pre-done. I worked in a vape shop for 5 years. This is the one you don't.
They don't do.
This is the one you don't use. It is
percentage.
5%. 5%, Nick. With the ones that like a puff bar that you buy pre-done without the juices come in the 3, 6, and 12.
What brand
This-
are you holding?
Ooh,
The
the
rats.
juice.
Hang on, let me get the box.
I don't know. You can't mention puff and juice in the same sentence anymore.
Yeah.
What's upstairs?
What's it called, Durs?
Raz, R-A-Z. It's by Geek Vape.
That sounds like some knockoff bullshit, if you ask me.
They're an American-made company. They've been around for years.
I don't know. I'm still sticky links.
I hate you.
I will say that obviously first and foremost, as having been somebody who did quit nicotine, you got to do it when you want to do it. You can't do it because other people say, "Hey, you should do it." Because if it's not something you don't want to do, you will never succeed at quitting it. So that's
Right.
perfectly fine. If you don't want to, then fuck everybody who's telling you otherwise. But
5% Nick. Right there in the box.
And knowing Nick's Kicks and Comics, 5% Nick is too much.
Right. But like I said, when it comes to the juice, it only comes in Mark's 100% right. 3, 6, and 12. I worked in a vape shop for 4 or 5 years.
That's milligrams per mil is different.
This is 50 milligrams. So when you're asking me milligrams per mil,
yeah,
I had 4 math classes my senior year, so that whatever you're asking me is going right over my head.
Okay, then what I'm asking you, hey, if it says 50 milligrams, no, wait, listen. If it says 50 milligrams on the box, okay,
Right.
what's the total volume?
The total volume, 16 milliliters.
Okay, so then
I thought you were talking about nicotine. The percentage of nicotine.
That's what we are.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
That's
okay. I can't do math. Like it's impossible.
Then buckle up and give her a second.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my cell phone.
Yeah.
I can't find it, so I'm not bothering.
Because when it comes to the actual dripping juices, those are only 3, 6, and 12.
That's about 3 mg per mil.
Nice nerdy.
3 mg.
I love gold.
Yeah,
because 50 divided by 16 is roughly 3 point something.
Mm-hmm. But for me, somebody who vapes as heavily as me, I stopped doing it because I'm lazy. Because I normally used to build my own coils, do all that. I've been with the vaping basically since it kind of birth was kind of when I switched over. And these
you invented vaping.
No, when it came out. No, when it came over. No, Japan. No, bro, Japan invented vaping. Wow. Have you seen the original vape mods, dude? They're like,
I didn't know you were Japanese, Durs.
Yeah, that's why I'm always chink-eyed. But or closed
What?
eyes.
I'm out.
Closed
What did?
eyes.
Oh,
Sorry.
all right, smoke bomb. I'm
Sorry,
out of
that
here.
was that was bad. That was bad.
I was never
That was
here.
bad.
You never saw me.
100%.
I'm
That
gone.
is a
Kind of
stoner
ruined Romania.
term. That is a stoner term, and I'm sorry. I reframed that. That is a smoker's term, and my bad.
Wow, I was gonna say the people from Pompeii invented vaping, but you, Jesus
No,
Christ.
that is a stone. I use that as a stoner term. Living in Ohio.
I'm looking for the little clip, but we're on the wrong stream, DJ. Oh no!
Right. Like I said,
no, there's.
that is a derogatory term. I take that back. And again, I use a lot of smoking and hippie terms. So I apologize for that.
We'll file that into the derogatory folder right next to Lady F.
It's fine. It's fine. But what I was trying to originally say, the original vape mods were like mini baseball bats, dude. They were
Hey
huge.
guys, I gotta
huge.
go. Got some
Huge.
moving people here, but I'm out. See you guys. Be safe.
You picked a good time. Later.
Bye.
Man, I just need to stop getting on streams in the morning, bro.
DJ, no in the mix tonight, eh?
No in the mix tonight, man. We're back next Friday. This is my first live stream that I jumped on since I've took the little live stream hiatus in July. So I was just like, let me jump on, whatever. I'm not showing my ugly mug.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about next week.
I miss you guys, man. I miss you guys.
Top of the hour. It's going to be a DERS focused stream. Talk about his.
I'm assuming. Just living. You guys need to pay me ad revenue at this point. I feel like.
I think if we were like one iron suit, because I wanted to bring DERS into the fold, but I feel like he would be the chink in the armor.
You're right. I hate you guys.
Yeah. So when are you seeing Deadpool, DERS?
Tonight at 4:30.
You're gonna love it.
I'm guessing 10 out of 10 reviews coming.
Yeah. Again, you need to spread your. You got to find a DERS way that you review things.
It's gonna be so.
In a cloudy room.
That way,
so
like, it's not all just not everything.
Well, dude, it's because like I don't invest. Have a great day, brother. I don't invest time or things or energy into things I probably won't like. So most of the things I'm going to read or watch or do, I'm at least going to kind of enjoy.
That is a good point, though. So if you reduce your rating system to one through 3, how do you think that would affect your scale? It's
massively. I could do like a 1 through 5. 1 through 5.
Well,
so 1 through 3.
What's your scale? Like 1 through 50 right now?
Well, 1 through 5.
Just a normal 1 and 10.
In all sincerity, 1 through 5 is just a lazy man's 1 through 10. Oh, it's a 4.5 out of 5. It's a 9.
So everything would be getting 2s, I feel like, forever.
But that's not a bad thing, because every now and then you would throw that 1 out there, because every now and then you throw a 6.
But then I think that would be misconstruing to people if they see the post and they see 2. They're going to be like,
not out of 3.
Because as long as you put the slash next to it and the
yeah, you're right. I guess. Yeah.
Because if there's only 3 and 3 is a perfect score, you wouldn't expect a lot of stuff to get a 3. Most stuff should get a 2. And if you're only reading stuff that's not asked to begin with, like the vast majority of my stuff should never come up as ass, because it's stuff I'm into.
It's randomly, yeah.
Oddly enough, I'm into ass, so
a whole lot of ass.
I kind of like that. I might rock that. That could work, because everything does get 7. Like everything, like 7 out of 10 is just like, that's standard for me. Like it's enjoyable. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing bad. So,
DJ, how do you have so many books next week? Is it all the indie shit dropping?
Let me see what's next week.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you right now, because I emailed my shop. Let me see what I got. They emailed me back yesterday. It's funny because they'll be like, hey, we have everything on your list except these 8 that they have to special order. So it's just like, how is that everything on the list, bro? Royal Collectibles, where are you? Shout out to Royal Collectibles, man. I dropped off some Austin LeMay art books to Royal Collectibles, and they moved them for me. So I went in yesterday, and dude hit me with a fat, crisp $100 bill, and I was just like, what the hell is this for? He was like, for the cancer books, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. I love them. It's like how you have a Paul. Like it's funny because I've been going there for years. Before I was into comic books, I would go there. I will order my hot toys and stuff like that, and my statues, whatever, from them. But I've always been prior to YouTube. I've never was as talkative. So I would go in, I would say hi, throw a nod, and that's it. I never spoke to anybody. And I think like doing the YouTube really made me come out of my shell. Along with that, and along with rising through the ranks in my company, where I'm more forward facing and in front of clients and in front of the entire company. But I'm like fucking the talk of the town, bro. I just go in there and be like, yeah, what up? What up, bitch? Oh shit, I forgot we're live.
5 books. I have 5 books, and that's including the 2 Red Band books I'm getting.
All right, so originally I had 13 books. So let me know if you're reading any of these. Masterpiece, which is fantastic from Dark Horse. Yo, it is dope. It's definitely like it's a dark comedy. It's almost like Mark Miller style writing. It's really,
What's it
really
called?
good. Masterpiece.
Oh, I see it. I see it. It's only on variants. That's why I didn't even know. Image.
What's it
Dark
called?
Horse. I'm sorry.
Dark Horse, Masterpiece. So it's on issue 6. It's what is it, right? So it's a young girl. She's in like high school, I think, and senior in high school, and like this rich dude goes to recruit her for something, to recruit her for a mission to kill somebody because her parents were like ex-spies or something, and they owed him, but her parents had died. So now he's going after the daughter for her to pull a job for him, and then it's just like a lot of double crossing. But the writing is very witty, like it's like super witty and dark humor, and they're like making fun of each other. So it comes across like kind of what's this guy, like a Guy Ritchie movie or something like that. It's pretty cool. Department of Truth, Sam and Twitch, and Spawn from Image. Sam and Twitch. I know
You're
Thursday.
still on that?
I
You're
love
still
it,
on?
dude, because I love like a procedural detective thing. I don't want any.
Dude, I know it's the story had me really intrigued, but dude, it was the word bubbles killed it. I hated it.
I kind of got used to it because I've seen black and white TV and I've read black and white comics. I know you have.
Oh, okay, that would make sense then.
No, so I kind of got the word bubbles. Yo, the first 3 issues, I hated it, but the story. So that's the thing with me, right? So for me, story comes first and foremost. Like I could do with terrible art as long as it's a good story. I got past the word bubbles in this, which are probably the worst word bubbles I've ever seen in life, and I just think the story is fire.
The story was really good. The word bubbles, and it's kind of the clay faces for me. Like Sam and Twitch, anytime you would see them, especially Sam, he would look real clay, like almost clay face.
Yeah, but I think that's the art style.
The style. You're right.
So it's kind of like Martin Simmons. So I read Department of Truth, so I'm used to that. It's kind of like Curse of Spawn that had the similar art style back.
Which is my least favorite Spawn title ever. So I guess that's where it would track.
Got you.
I hated the art of that.
Gotcha. All right, so then Spawn 355, which I've been getting, is interesting, blah, but I'm not loving it. Blood Hunt Red Band number 5, Helverine, Immortal Thor, Ultimate Spider-Man, which Ultimate Spider-Man I think is one of the best books on the shelves.
You're still on Immortal Thor?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's not good, but I would get it anyway for the covers, but I've been reading it. So it's still appointment reading for me. But the Alex Ross covers is what sells it for me. It's not good at all, dude. Like I should have dropped it. Had it not been for Alex Ross, I would have dropped it a long time ago. So on to the indies. Grimm number 19, which Grimm is a sleeper banger, man. I love Grimm. And a lot of people they either dropped it or even whatever. New book coming out on Wednesday, Kosher Mafia, which investigates like or delves into the Jewish mafia during the 30s, I think. So
Kosher Mafia, that's a dope name.
Yeah, so it's like the Jewish mafia and stuff like that, which is pretty dope. Like Meyer Lansky came from like the Jewish mafia and shit like that. You know what I mean? Nottingham number 14, which Nottingham is fuego. Nottingham is fire. You guys aren't reading it. I'm not gonna read this, but it was like hip hop, so I got it. Rock and Roll Biographies, Run DMC number 1. These Rock and Roll Biographies, if you're a flipper, if you're a dirty flipper, which sometimes I tend to be, I'll get them. Yo, and they'll shoot up to like $30 the following week because they print so little of them. So Rock and Roll Biographies, Run DMC, the King Diamond one, that shit like took off. And then last but certainly not least, Sanction number 3, which is another murder mystery similar to Sam and Twitch. This time happening in the USSR prior to the Berlin Wall fall. Not the Berlin Wall fall. The USSR falling. Got it confused with Germany. Sorry, my bad. Eastern Europe. Holla. So
You're
it's like
not reading. Sorry, go ahead.
no. Go. You go ahead.
I was gonna say you're not reading grommets.
Nah. So I try not to. I'm gonna. So during a week, like I'm gonna get my stuff that I'm like reading, and then I might pick up one thing. If I do pick up one new thing, I definitely have to read it. So the Grommet story didn't grab me in the synopsis, so it was like a choice.
Okay.
With whatever week that first dropped, that I was just like, nah, I'm gonna get this instead.
It's really good, especially like 80s kids or early 90s kids.
That issue 1 went nuclear.
Yeah, I sold my one.
Or, yeah.
I sold my 1 in 10.
Did he freeze? Or that's me.
That's not me.
Huh?
Okay.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
second. You said you sold
that
your
was
1 in
weird.
10 for how much?
180.
Wow.
Oh shit!
And
I bought
yeah,
it on. I
when
bought
you
it at
told
Heroes
me
Con.
about that, I saw Marcus had it, and he had like 3 copies, and 2 of them were signed. And I'm like, bro, Jersey Boy just pointed out that book is on fire right now. So I think he was considering moving a couple copies.
I've been sneakily doing business on eBay and whatnot and doing very well.
It's not too
Low
sneaky
key.
when you blast it out in your social medias.
I don't, dude. I've had like 3 shows on whatnot, and you haven't seen a single post in the feed. And those were all the one, and those 3 shows I didn't share by far did the best.
Was that from all those 90 books you got?
I still have a ton of those. Yeah, dude. So many of those.
Were you
I've
doing
like 400.
Were you doing like dollar starts?
Yeah, I was doing dollar starts on them for them all, and it was really successful.
That's the key, man. Dollar starts.
Dude, you can't sell books on whatnot if you don't. It's impossible. Like I was literally like showing. I'd be like, "Hey guys, check this out. This book's selling right now on eBay for $75. I got it right here for $10. Nobody would bid on it." I was like, wild.
So I did in one of my whatnot shows. So I had a bundle of books. It was like a Star Wars books valued at probably like $110. Started it at $50. Nobody bid. Reran it at the end of the show. Started at $1, and then it went for like 70 something. It was like, what?
Dude, yeah, the dollar starts. I was watching the Andrew W. Curry or what? Andrew Curry. I don't know his name. Yeah,
Andrew Curry.
Fire.
The Gold Guild guy.
Fire covers. Yeah, I just found out about him last year. Phenomenal covers. Davis Ryder was selling a couple of those on whatnot last night, and they're hitting like $600, $700, $800.
Yeah, so the first one that I got from him, so his first cover that he dropped was for No Mas Comics at New York Comic Con last year. So then I got that. They were going for $800 that night. There were different series of them, and then I wound up selling one on whatnot for the Comics Curing Cancer stream, and I think Austin picked it up for like 400. But Andrew K. Curry, that's what it is. Andrew K. Curry. He's he's a traditional painter. He just got into comics like 2 years ago.
Really?
He does like giant like paintings, like fucking Michelangelo and shit.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's like a traditional, like old school, like painter. You can tell by the hair. You can tell by the hair and the scarf combo. Like he's one of those dudes.
I chase giveaways on whatnot, nerdy. No shame. I have just a nice little stack of them right here. Especially San Diego Comic Con, bro. You know I'm chasing there, and it's a great place to get exclusives.
Did you pick up any San Diego Comic Con exclusives?
I will know. So I got my dude today. He's there today and tomorrow, and he's going specifically for certain books for me, him, and one other person. That's the only reason he's at the con.
That's the only reason he's at the con.
Well, like he's literally going to the con for the. Well, no, for like we're all getting the same books. Like we're all Spawn, we're all Transformers fans, we're all Ghost Machine fans. So like it just works out that we want the same stuff. But I mean, he's going to the con, and that's his main goal. Because I don't think he's into like panels or anything like that.
Yeah. I got what I got yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Like I went on whatnot, and Kevin Eastman was doing a signing, I think, with SMZ Comics. So I got a red foiled TMNT #1 with Raphael on the cover, signed by Kevin.
Fire.
Yeah, Virgin. I'm gonna put that up for C3. Like people have been hitting me up like if I wanted stuff, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Like I don't want to buy all this shit.
Dude, it's like I was looking through the exclusives every page. The Spawn booth was really meh. If I was there, I would have. I like the Spawn 350 poster that would be signed by Todd, like his cover. That's my favorite cover from the Spawn 350. But like I'm not a fan of the gold foil exclusives whatsoever. Like to me, just having the blanks with his signature does nothing. Like if I got that, I would have to get a sketch by him. And I saw on eBay Live last night, he did a Venom sketch. It sold for $2,245. So I'm probably not going to get a sketch by him. Nerdy, Steve Messenger's TMNT drawings. Yeah, you're looking at two of them right here behind me. I got his whole set.
He was at Heroes, right?
Yeah, I met him last year at Heroes, but he's real big in Ohio in the cons. He's at GalaxyCon. He's at a lot of the smaller cons here. I don't know where he lives, but he's same thing with Dan. He's one of the dudes I talk to all the time and link up with. He's got that real gritty artwork or line
How
work.
often do you talk to him?
Every couple weeks. I'm always messaging him back and forth, seeing what's going on with him. I like to stay updated when he's got new stuff coming out.
Oh shit, nice. See if he wants to do some C3 shit.
For sure. I got you guys on C3. I'm just waiting to annoy people even more.
There you go, my guy.
I like being a hype man for you guys. Yeah, his art is fire. He's super cool, man. He's got to live somewhere around in this area because he's at all the cons here. Cameron Johnson's super cool. I'm a big fan of him now after meeting him at Heroes and get that sketch cover as well.
What's this cat's name? I'm gonna say it wrong. DJ Space Invader or something? Caleb something?
Dude.
That dude.
So it's Legacy Studios has him and one other person and DJ. Yeah, it's DJ Space. It's all underscore DJ underscore Space Invader art or whatever. But he actually had. He was one of the Spawnuary winners, and it sucks, dude, because I didn't see him until like the last hour of the con. Like, didn't see his booth or whatever. But as soon as I saw him, dude, he's hands down like up there with like Jang and stuff, and like Daniel Warren Johnson with like.
Whoa, easy, pal.
Dude, my style, my art style is the grittiness. Like
your style, you're talking like.
I'm just that's me personal. This is just my personal style.
I'm just thinking about fucking what it was. Is it Knocked Up? Where he's like, "You want to fuck me like a dog?" It's a style. It's a style.
This is facts. But like, I'm very biased. That's why I like Dan. Dan, the guy that did my logo. I like his gritty art line work. I'm a real fan of line work, and stuff like that. But like, dude.
Wait a minute, gritty. Then you hate Sam and Twitch? Get the fuck out of here.
There's no word bubbles. But this is why I was instantly such a fan of that. Hang on. Scary stories that you can tell in the dark was hands down my favorite childhood book growing up. Like right next to like Goosebumps and stuff like that. I love that book. That's what his artwork reminds me of. It pulls me right back to the childhood.
That's cool.
I couldn't afford books back then. I just read the cereal box. So.
That's what drew me into a lot of Jang stuff years ago. Well, there wasn't a lot of Jang stuff when I found him, but that's what drew me into his thing and I come to find out later why. But like, I grew up, around comics. So I remember when digital first started creeping into comics and how wild it was, like for my mind. I remember like, you remember back in the day, DJ, you remember this too, like if you wanted video game like play along stuff, or you couldn't search videos, you'd have to buy the magazine for the book.
Like the Game Informer or like
call in. I remember calling in
the Genie or whatever it's called.
Specifically, like every video game came with a player's what are they called?
The manual.
No, not that came with the game.
A guide?
Yeah, like a player guide.
Yeah.
It would show you like crude walkthroughs of the level.
Yeah, and then the pictures and
everything.
Still pictures from different points in the level.
It was just a game guide.
You would see like a player.
Those were Game Informers.
No,
Game
not even.
Informer's the
No.
magazine.
Oh, like the actual actual walkthroughs from the game. Yep, I know.
For
Sorry.
example, the
Yep.
fucking,
like
but
Mortal
it was
Kombat, it would-
magazine size.
Yeah, it would give you
Yes.
the character, it would show you their move, and
Mhm.
you'd have like 5 pictures next to each other.
Yep.
It'd be like a frame by
Yeah.
frame of them doing the fatality
Yep.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I had
But,
that shit
back-
for Resident Evil Code Veronica X was the last one because I
Oh,
couldn't
nice.
beat
That
that
was
shit and I had to go
PS2.
get the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I know
yeah.
where you're going with this.
So with Mortal Kombat 4 was such a game changer for me. I love Mortal Kombat. I love it so much. And Mortal Kombat
Nice.
4 was wild where it went into 3D.
The 3D, yeah. Ah,
Yeah. And one
Mhm.
like that was weird and all, but I got used to it. And it's to this day my favorite Mortal Kombat game there is.
ugh.
But the player's guide to it had all of the renderings of the character in
Mhm.
like hyper realistic digital art for the time. You know what I mean? Like when you're selecting your character, how you have the realistic looking characters up there as you're
Mhm.
banging through. So I remember like back in those days how like wild and how like much that just my imagination would fire off seeing like this uncanny valley-esque image of something so real, but I know it's fake. And then I got into like behind the scenes stuff with movies since I was little. I love seeing the concept art and all this and that. And I felt like when I learned that about Jang's art, I think that's what happened with it. I realized like this guy came from a concept arting background, and he kind of brings that flair to this digital mixed with realistic art style that he has. You know, it's just something that's very unique for my brain based off my experience of what excited me as well.
No, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, back to Space Invader, I could see that. At Heroes, what the hell are you doing, Rupert? At Hero, like I was looking for his booth and I couldn't find him.
And he was right there, dude. Huge booth too.
Now I want those game magazines.
You
Yo,
can
that
look for them at flea markets and stuff like that. You can find that stuff all the time.
No, but like legit, I remember that stuff where it was just like I couldn't fucking pass this board. I didn't have a computer at the time, so I legit had to go buy from GameStop the Resident Evil Code Veronica X giant thing to go, and then it's like, yo, I'm playing the game with that shit on my lap.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure they're called players' guides.
Yeah, they were thick, boys, magazine style formats and everything. 100%. Because now, what was that? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Showing up.
I was gonna say
underarms and shit. Look at you.
My criminal underarms. I was just gonna say that nowadays, like for me, I play Elden Ring super hard, and there's no. It's a game that tells you nothing. Like it's an open world.
Or your penis.
Elden Ring.
You said
it tells you
Elden Ring super hard.
Yeah, like that's
the
my main
difficulty settings or your penis.
It's the hardest game known to mankind.
Oh,
basically.
I don't
That's
know.
not
You
true.
say
That's Friday the 13th for the Nintendo, the original
that is
Nintendo.
Friday the
video.
13th.
Yeah, those.
So this
Yeah,
is
dude.
this is the exact one I was thinking about.
Nice.
When I was explaining it to y'all.
You need it. You need it, bro.
And see, there's the
The renderings.
like the
Yeah.
digital art rendering, and like Reptile specifically stood out because he had scales that you could see and stuff. It was just
And that's
wild.
what they introduced Quan Chi in this one, right?
Yeah, Quan Chi's right here. Shinnok was
And
introduced.
Shinnok, yeah.
Quan
Oh,
Chi was
shit!
the sorcerer. Shinnok was the emperor, and they introduced Fujin, who is Raiden's brother that got of thunder. They introduced Reiko. They introduced Jarek right there. They introduced
wow.
Kai right here, and Tanya
Yes.
right there. Not Tanya,
Mhm.
yeah, Tanya. They introduced her right.
Oh,
This one was
shit.
dope as hell.
That was a
Mortal Kombat
Killer
2.
Instinct kid.
Mortal Kombat 2 to me, I think Sledge said it. Mortal Kombat 2 to me is the greatest fighting game of all time. I'll put money on it right now. No one can beat me in Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, on the arcade,
Greatest
not
fighting
not
game
not
of all
on
time?
not on the PlayStation or anything like that. Arcade, yo, I would go to the store. They had it in Rainbow Supermarket on Myrtle and Skillman. One quarter, and I will be there for hours, dude, just fucking wiping everybody out because I was a nerd. Ninja Gaiden is dope too, dude. The original Ninja Gaiden arcade.
I played all of them on Xbox.
Oh, I forgot. You're fucking. What are you, like 22?
Almost. My birthday soon.
Yo, this cat is over here going crazy. Yo, I'm hype. I haven't been on a live stream in forever. I just want to. This is dope.
Nice to hear your voice, man.
Thank you. I've been trying to stay off IG because of the Deadpool stuff.
I've unfollowed 70 some pages.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen. I think my algorithm's just different right now. My algorithm changes so much because like my little rabbit holes and stuff, I'm rabbit holing for the week or two changes. But I haven't seen them. I actually had to last night go onto X and search for Deadpool spoilers to go get some cool images and stuff that I want to have for Sunday.
Battletoads was a tough game, so that's what you are 100% correct.
What was I saying? Did you guys see, without getting into it or saying what it was, did you come across any accounts that spoiled stuff for you?
No, because
No.
I unfollowed them. The ones I knew, like IG, I follow IGN heavily on YouTube because of all like the gaming stuff and blah blah blah.
Spoilers, I follow them.
Their shorts are definitely going to be spoilers. They spoiled that. Like, I don't even want to say it because I don't know if anybody's seen the last trailer. But in the more recent trailer,
I mean, if it's in the trailer, like
that got spoiled for me. So,
but that's not a
I
spoiler.
don't know.
It's in the trailer.
I know, but IGN tiptoes around things like that. So I just unfollowed them for the week, and that's fine because they drop 12 videos a day and clutter my feed anyway. So
yeah, IGN is wild on YouTube. Is it Screen Crush?
Yep,
with the thumbnails, dude. Screen
Yep.
Crush. Yeah, their thumbnails are insane.
And like, if you want to post spoilers, that is 100% cool with me. But the first image should be a black background that says "spoiler warning."
Not even the first image, dude. Like, because IG, like, if you can be scrolling IG and you'll see an image, it doesn't mean it's their first slide. IG doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to post.
That's true.
I wanted to post one picture of a spoiler from. I can't even remember what it was a few months back, and I used all 10 slides and put the spoiler on the 10th slide. Just
really
another slide that said "swipe." Just keep swiping because I was afraid for it to be there. But it wasn't even like a big movie. It was like a show or something. I think it was Superman.
That's wild.
I don't even remember.
Mark sent me. He messaged me this morning. Luckily, I saw Deadpool. He messaged me and he was just like, "Hey DJ, good morning. You want to check something out?" I was just like, "Yeah, send it to me." And he sends me a giant spoiler from the Deadpool Wolverine movie, not knowing if I saw it or not.
He had to have known you saw it.
And I was just like, "I hate your guts." Let me eat this open. No, that didn't happen.
I'm very excited for it, man. I'm very excited for it.
I think it's definitely one of those movies where, the least you know about it, the better. Like without going into anything, because obviously it's going to be a wild ride. I loved it. I had so much fun with this movie. I haven't been that giddy in a long time. I
think it's gonna hit harder for me this time, especially because like my girl Taylor, she's into the movies and comics, but like she doesn't care. She doesn't follow the storylines, but she enjoys them. This is the first one that like she wanted to go back, and we just recently, in chronological order, watched all the Fox X-Men, watched everything up until Logan, watched all that. So now she's gonna know who all these random characters are who she would have no connection to before. I know those characters. Hey,
I'm doing the same.
I've seen them in the trailer, just from the original trailer. That's why we watched the movies.
I get you, but literally, Mark and I did the same fucking face, and I don't have my comment, and I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. Just that's it.
No spoilers.
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying we were talking about it, but that's why I think this movie is going to be a little extra special, and especially for me because it's been years since I watched all that kind of stuff.
I'm a big fan of the pre-Disney Marvel stuff. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm a huge fan of it. And like I've been saying, I've been excited for this because it's a swan song for the pre-Disney Marvel stuff. And they just do a good job with the movie, man. Ryan Reynolds deserves an award that doesn't have to do with like making a movie, just has to do with
fan service,
loving what he's doing and appreciating the people he's doing it for. He did it right.
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds is a godsend to us all for what he's done for fandoms.
I've said this numerous times in conversations over the past couple months, but Wolverine he's the most iconic superhero on film after Christopher Reeve. He just is. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and it was like you already know it's going to be a delight to get to see him again, and it was
putting Wolverine over Spider-Man on the big screen.
Yeah, how many Spider-Man have we had?
Oh, you're just saying like Hugh Jackman himself?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Okay,
Wolverine, yeah.
okay. Yes,
Name-
yes,
name-
100%,
name the
100%.
most two iconic superheroes on screen. It's Christopher Reeve Superman and Hugh Jackman Wolverine. No one else
Yes,
has embodied a
Right.
character and became. They just are that character.
And you know what's funny? Because obviously I've said this before and in the mix. I've never been a fan of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
I love him.
Really?
I thought he was awesome in Logan. I've never been a fan. I don't know, for some reason I just never was a fan of it. I can wholeheartedly say,
You changed your mind, didn't you?
bro, he's Wolverine. He's Wolverine. And the good thing about with the whole Deadpool thing, and just with I mean the Deadpool Wolverine thing, and just with any good movie, like it all comes down to the story. And the story obviously is super funny, fan service. It has so much heart. There was so many emotional beats, dude. I caught myself on the verge of tears from time to time. The acting is phenomenal.
Nice.
Hugh Jackman deserves a fucking fudging Academy Award nod or something, dude.
Another
Better
one,
be for the price of those tickets.
He's like and I think that's what people tend to forget. If you're not into like Hugh's resume is very, very diverse from dramas to musicals to Wolverine. The dude brings it.
This to me, I need to see The Greatest Showman. It's on my list. I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't either. I can't. I don't like
watch musicals. My name is Bears.
I don't watch musicals either.
We vibe on Hamilton often.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch it. I just never got the chance.
That's why the Joker optimistically scares me.
No, that's gonna be phenomenal.
It's gonna be phenomenal.
I think his turn as Wolverine in this movie, for me, is his second greatest performance behind Prisoners. For me, Prisoners is his top tier performance for me. I love that movie and specifically his performance. He crushes it as Wolverine in this thing. I can't. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. So
yeah, I have to see it. I have to see it twice as well. So I'm seeing it today, and then I'm going to see it next week.
And I can't wait to talk full spoilers this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. on At Week's End, the premiere show to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers this weekend. There you go. Make sure you go out on Saturday, and tons of giveaways. And make sure you go out on Saturday, paint the town red, and then on Sunday you drink it all in and see the At Week's End, the Deadpool and Wolverine fully spoiled. Boing, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Yo, DJ, I just shot you DM as to not discuss movie stuff. Here we go. Paul's getting ready to go see it at 11 a.m.
Why you just didn't tell me to shut up?
No, you weren't talking spoilers. I'd sent you one because I don't want to talk spoilers.
Oh no, I caught that thing. I caught that.
Okay,
yeah. No, so I know the songs and all that stuff. Yeah. No, I caught that whole thing.
No spoilers. I'll freak out, man.
No, my wife. The music in the Deadpool movies have been phenomenal, and it was great that they kept that going too. That's not I don't feel
nice. I think they released the soundtrack a couple weeks ago, like the list.
Yeah,
everything about this movie surpassed everything about the previous two.
Nice.
100%.
Expected.
Yes, see Bizzle. Yes, that's not a spoiler. Is there after credit scene? Yes.
Yeah, say it's all done.
I always ask because there's nothing worse than sitting 20 minutes in credits for there to be nothing.
You know what I do when
it's comfortable.
Yeah, it's usually when it's a movie that I don't know if there's if it's a superhero movie, you have to stay because whatever.
Right.
But I'll just pop out my phone because now even with yesterday, which I didn't understand, the movie ends, the main movie ends, the credits start rolling, and the lights come up. So we're watching the credits with the lights up.
They do that for safety reasons because everyone's not expected to stay, and they have to be able to see when walking downstairs and stuff, man.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know that.
I miss the days of tripping and falling.
Because back in the day, they would only turn
ruin it for everyone.
They would only turn the lights on when the people came in to clean.
Yeah, they'd dim or leave the dimmers on or whatever.
My dimmers are called my eyelids.
Yeah,
dude. This movie, bro. I sat there 6 to midnight the entire 2 hours, bro. I broke through the bottom of the popcorn bucket, if you know what I mean.
Oh, was it the Wolverine popcorn bucket?
No, it was just a regular plastic.
Man, so you you had to MacGyver that thing a little bit.
We can definitely do snacks, however.
The funniest, one of the funniest things, while we're there, like before the movie started, like people were talking, and there was like a couple of kids that were a couple of rows from us, and they were very, very loud. Hey, Phantom of the Opera!
Daddy, can I have a red waffle?
That's so nice. That's what theirs wears around. No, let me stop. Let me not.
Oh my god, I'm gonna flip this desk, bro. That's why I don't go to the movie. That's why I hate going to the movies, DJ, because of that.
No, but it was before the movie started.
Yeah, but anytime I go to the movies, it's the whole movie.
Oh no. I've been in movies. The last one, there's been a few when I had to step up, but specifically The Incredible Hulk 2 with Ed Norton.
Holy crap! I love that after credit scene.
Dude, they were talking. These kids were talking. They were like 15. 16. They were talking from like the trailers all the way into like 20 minutes in the movie. And you do the shh shh shh. So finally I get up and I go around to their row, and I just sit down next to them and I look at them, lean over, and I was just like, "You guys need to shut the fuck up." Not saying it loud, not saying like whatever, because if I turned around and said, "Yo, shut the fuck," they're gonna and they were scared to death the entire movie. And then I got up and went right back to my row, right in front of them, and sat down.
Good. I hate that shit, dude. I hate it.
It was another one too that it was like everybody was just like, "Yo, shut the fuck up," and then they came out and took them out. Normally, I go to Alamo, so in Alamo, you're not allowed to talk. So you snitch on people. You press the red button and be like, "Yo, this table right here."
I want to go to that movie theater, dude. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so the people, they get a warning and then they kick you out with no money back. They legit
like there's a little button on the seat you just press.
No, so the eject button.
No, you order your food, but it's the food ordering button and getting in contact with an but it's the getting in contact with an employee. So you have the option for food, or you have the option to tell them something. If you want food, you put the card up. But on the card, you could write, be like, "Yo, this guy doesn't stop talking." Or, "Yo, this guy is checking his phone." They'll give you one warning, and they'll legit come with security and take you out. They don't allow children in there after 6 p.m. in the movie theater.
I need that. I would go to movies again. That's the reason I don't go to movies. Besides it being
and they would tell you it's after 6 p.m. and you can't go.
And I can't go. Yeah, I'd be screwed, man. You got to be this tall of a ride. I'd be like, "Oh no."
Is that the reason, or you're not allowed in the vicinity of children?
Both. Like 100 feet. They say it's like 100 feet or something, but who really knows?
No.
No, that and
the Dragons.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. That sets the bar for television.
It's funny when I love it. It's phenomenal. What's her name? Rhaenyra and Marisa. Tongue and down. I hate Damon's storyline, bro. I can't.
Me too. Dude, so I after watching Game of Thrones, I did I'm not gonna read the books ever. I would like to, but there's just no way. So I did the whole 10-hour YouTube lore dive. So I know everything that's gonna happen. I know who lives, who dies, what the outcome is, which is fine. But Damon's storyline is awesome in the books. It's so dope. They make it more like he's actually going crazy and not just seeing random stuff. And they give you a reason why he's going crazy because he's hungry for the power. Mm-hmm. But that scene where Rhaenyra and that one chick start kissing, I sent Mark. I said no context during, because I know he was live during. I said no context, but I just sent him a picture of scissors.
It's funny, and it's I think it's just a strong show, and I totally understand. It's Damon's his inner conflict and his power struggle, and whether he's gonna backstab Rhaenyra or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I just it's not playing out well on TV.
Right, and he was my favorite character. Going into he's set the bar, especially when he split old boy's head in half, by the tongue. I'll take him by the tongue or whatever and cut his head in half. I was this dude's such a gangster, but we're going you're buckle up because we're gonna see some awesome stuff.
Yeah, I started. Do you do audiobooks?
No, but my girl does a lot. But is that how are you reading the Game of Thrones books through that?
Literally the other day I was like on chapter 1. I was just like, let me see if I can do this. So I started doing Fire and Blood. So I'm just like literally
Okay.
in the very beginning where the narrator is explaining the timeline, and it's how
Hmm.
before Aegon's quest, after Aegon's quest, and
Hmm.
then just breaking down the houses. So it hasn't even
Right.
gone into Aegon's quest yet, just the
Gotcha.
timeline and stuff like that. I don't know if I can
Yeah.
continue doing that.
I think the one I did it was like in like a whole I did it in a couple days. It was like a 10-hour YouTube video where it has pictures with it has images, it has references and everything with it. So it like takes and it's like literally it's not like word from word for the book, but he's breaking down the chapters. And
The
what's
important
nice is and he was referencing it into the show. So it's like as this was happening in the book, this is what's happening in the show. So it kept it real nice pace.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the audiobook. It shit is 26 hours.
Oh God, because there's direct quotes in Game of Thrones. If you pay attention, you might have seen some clips of it.
I don't pay attention. That's the funny part.
Right, but Joffrey looks into one of the cells and he said, "This is where so I don't want to spoil anything."
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"This is where so and so died and took her last breath with her dragon, basically."
Yeah. No, I saw that when he was explaining it to Marjorie Tyrell.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
thought that was cool callback, or not callback, but like to use that and then to keep going forward with it.
You know what I don't understand though, and I think is a disconnect with the Game of Thrones and House of Dragons and the lore and all that stuff. And I don't know if it's a byproduct of the last season surpassing the books, but in the Game of Thrones, when Sam rewrites that Maester's telling of the whole
Yeah.
thing, so he labels it a song of ice and fire.
Uh,
Meanwhile, a song in ice and fire, that story predates everything.
yep.
So that's why and Sam was like, he was just like, and they made it a big deal. It was just like, oh, you should rewrite his story and call it something snazzy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was just
Yeah, I
like,
thought that was weird too, but I liked that Rhaenyra straight said that quote in the show now, and I was like, okay, things are about to pop off.
Isn't there an element that no one knows that? No one is because that as of right now in House of the Dragon, that's like a secret that's told between.
I totally get it. The story is the secret, but the name of the story is too eloquent to just be like a coincidence for this guy to just be like a song in ice and fire.
Well, I think it's very on the nose though, because like what was it like? You have the White Walkers and you have the dragons.
That's what I was just about to say. It's the same theme as Game of Thrones, always talking about the tale of the White Walkers.
I would have just named it
because that was
White Walkers versus Dragons.
That would have been a one-sided. That would have been a one-sided fight. I feel like.
That's not well. It wasn't. The goddamn White Walkers claimed them.
Yeah, I was gonna say the White Walkers did have dragons.
Yo, my man was a G with that javelin throw, bro.
Javelin, yeah.
Yeah.
He drags it out of the frozen sea. Like
Speaking of Game of Thrones, I'm gonna have the opportunity to meet good old Holdor at GalaxyCon if I want to.
Don't call him Holdor. His name is Hodor.
I don't know. I don't know his real name.
There's no hell.
I know, but he was saying hold door.
I'm pretty sure nobody knows his real name. His wife probably calls him Hodor.
And God, dude, I'm so like if you had a gun to my head, I couldn't name celebrity actors, but the guy who played Spawn, I'm gonna be meeting him as well.
Michael Jai White.
Yes.
And you call yourself a Spawn fan, Durs?
Dude, I don't know. No, it's celebrity names. Like I'm terrible, and even in real life, like normally when I meet somebody, I'll shake your hand, we'll introduce each other, and I've already forgot your name as you've told it to me. So from now on, I call you, hey man, hey, what's up, bro? Yo, what's up, man?
That's extremely disrespectful. I'm shaking my head.
It's not. It's my kryptonite, and I'll be like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm just dumb. Maybe I forget names. It's the one thing I always forget, especially celebrity names.
Be like, my name is Bob. How fucking
okay. And that's what I would go with forever.
How can you never? In the Chinese restaurant, I would do that when I would order back in the day. When I would order, I would order and then be like, "Yo,
oh my god!"
Because I would tell them my real name, and they would be like, whatever. And I would just be like, "Oh, it's Bob." They're like, "Okay." Like it's Bob. Full circle right there, baby.
That's wild. Shout out to Chinese restaurants for the fastest service. I work in the food industry, and they have the fastest service in my area always.
I haven't had the last time I had Chinese food was in December, man. I miss it. That's like, oh my god, that's like my death row meal: pork fries and chicken wings.
Oh yeah, dude. 10, 15 minutes, it's ready to rock every time. Not a second longer.
I will say though, and it's the same thing with pizza, and it's not because I'm from New York, but I've had it like whatever. There's nothing like New York Chinese food. It's just different, and obviously New York pizza because of the water. But the Chinese food is just different.
What's in the water? It's in the water.
I don't know, dead body residue. No, because it's like, but when you look at like these New York pizza spots, like in Cali and in Florida, it's because they ship the water to that
Really?
New York water. Yeah, I don't know what I guess the asbestos in the pipes. I don't know, but they legit
Wow.
dead ass. They'll ship
I didn't
like
know that.
water to these places. So that's why they'll be like real New York pizza. But Mark's real New York pizza is Sbarro's. So.
My pizza taste is construed forever because in my area we have a place called AJ's Pizza, but when they make the sauce, they make it with literally like half a pound of sugar. Like it's a huge thing of sauce, but it's a very, very sweet sauce. So anytime I eat pizza and it's not a sweet sauce like that, it's just meh to me forever.
So I mean, that's too much sugar, but like the pizzeria,
you're right.
They usually do it because it's to cut the acid so that the acid, you don't get bad acid reflux.
Right.
Therefore, it increases like their customer base.
Yep. Yeah, I worked there for 2 years, and I just was astounded by the amount of sugar that was in the sauce.
Now I want Chinese food, man.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my one earbud just decided to die, so I didn't know if that was my mic one or not.
Yeah, I have a meeting at 11, right? So I have to get off and prepare for it. So this dude at work, so I come back from vacation, and then somebody was just like, let's call him Mr. X. Hey, Mr. X came up with this great concept, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, cool. Tell it to me. So then they're talking to me about it, and I was just like, so it violates every cybersecurity policy that we have. So now I have to have a meeting with and then they scheduled a meeting on this coming Monday, like he's gonna show people how to do this, and everybody's like super shocked about it. So then I'm like, I have to meet with him and be like, you need to drop this. Like whatever.
That's wild.
He's gonna be like, but then I'm like, no, drop it. And my style of talking to somebody, right? So I'll be like, hey, what's it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I heard you doing this. And he's like, yeah, I'm super excited. And I'll be like, come on, man, what the fuck you doing? Like, that's how I open. And then
that's
like,
how I like to be talked to. It's just be like, oh shit. Be like, you right, man. My bad. That's how I like to be talked to. Be like, you right. What was I doing? What was I thinking?
Yeah, shout out to C Busy with the dead ass count. Yo, but you know what's funny? Because I haven't been on any lives, so my for July, so my New Yorkness has elevated throughout this month. So then I'm making sure I don't say other stuff that us New Yorkers say.
I say ope a lot because I'm from Ohio.
What does that mean, ope?
Like sorry, like oops, like oops, excuse me, like oh, excuse me, ope, OPE.
What the fuck? Are you shorting oops?
No, dude. Like if like I'm trying to like fit by an aisle with a couple people, like me and somebody else will like go by each other and be like, oh, excuse me, oh, excuse me, can I get by? Oh, it's what we do around here. It's an Ohio thing. I'm serious.
Or
I think it's a Midwestern thing. I've heard, but yeah, OPE is the main slang around here.
So you're just adding letters to open, Holdor.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
About to add letters to Burger King. I'm hungry.
I miss man.
BK, have it your way, man.
They got these fiery menu right now. It's actually really good. I like spicy food.
I think BK's really slept on as a fast food place. I will say that.
Yeah, when it comes, if you need to go get a dirty burger, you can't beat Wendy's, Burger King, and Dairy Queen. I don't even mess with any of those.
McDonald's always gets my order wrong, so I haven't went there in years.
McDonald's is just trash food.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like synthetic food. Like legit, like I don't even think it's real food.
So this is how I've talked about McDonald's, and I've said this. our generation and like people around our age, McDonald's is trash, but we're so numb to it that we can just go there and eat it without question. I feel like
I think
it's
I'm
not
differently- because of my
it's
age, I
not
remember
good.
when McDonald's wasn't like this, so I don't understand what they're serving now.
The only thing I remember is them having dope toys and ads. That's all I remember.
Those
I
Power
think-
Ranger toys back in the day.
I think for me, like when McDonald's, like growing up, first of all, it was like a far walk from the house. So and
Okay.
and it was like literally you got McDonald's when it was a special occasion. It wasn't
Okay.
like every Friday after school or whatever. So we got McDonald's like probably once a quarter, where it was just like
Their breakfast is fire. Anybody's breakfast is always good because it's made fresh, and I can attest to that in 90% of like fast food places.
yeah, I don't have anything against it. I don't knock it, but I've never done like fast food. The last time I had McDonald's breakfast was the day the PlayStation 2 came out. So I like broke out in Times Square.
That's
and then
wild.
I got the wristband, so they gave us the wristbands at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
and it was just like come back at 3. So then we just hung out at McDonald's for the entire day, and I got the stupid pancakes that as soon as they get cold, like the edges get like really hard, and I'm like, how the hell is this even
Mhm.
possible?
Wendy's has a really good breakfast. I can
Those
attest to
little
that.
college
Wendy's
experiments they
nuts!
do. Wendy's is really good. And they don't freeze their food is never frozen, like it comes refrigerated, and their frosties are banging. But y'all seen those college experiments they did with McDonald's food where they took the chicken nuggets and the fries in the bag and just closed the bag and stapled the bag so it couldn't
Yeah.
and they waited
Mhm.
like 10 years, opened it, and the food did not decompose. It maintained
They did that with a burger and stuff too.
it
Yeah.
maintains the exact same integrity that it had.
Yeah.
a
It just
decade.
looked dry. It just looked hard and dry.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Now imagine that shit in your stomach.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
man.
don't if you go to Taco Bell, I just recommend just don't get our beef.
I've never had Taco Bell.
Get the chicken. Shout out to Taco Bell. We are getting gelato, Baja Blast gelato soon.
I think we already have those here.
Do you? It might. It's rolling out soon. It doesn't matter when you go to fast food. You're not even going to be talking to. You're not even going to be talking to humans anymore. It's all AI now.
That's another thing with McDonald's. I went because the kids like to go to them because they have the playground inside of them, and we'll go just to go play on the playground and get like a snack or something. And you go in there, there's not even anyone at the front counter. They just want you to order on like the little robot.
Well, that's how drive-throughs are going to be now everywhere. You're going to pull up to the drive-through, and it's all going to be AI. And I mean, it's going to make my job easier.
Of all the places here, Checkers. Some people it's called Rallies, but Checkers Rallies. It's the only place. It's like a low-end fast food restaurant compared to like something else. But like they have the automated teller person in the drive-thru already. But the dude's listening to it on his ear, just hearing the order while he's working inside. So you still have to hear it all. They just
like, I'll be here.
How does this help? How does this help anybody?
Basically, we don't.
This stupid crap. I can't have a natural conversation. What I mean, like you're at the pace of a machine now. The machine that you say what you want, and you're like, did it even hear me? Is it getting it right? And then you go to say something, and it kicks in with its automated repeat or suggesting this and this, and you're just like, oh my god, this isn't how people talk. It makes it take longer.
Yep,
and I could
slow
see
things down 100%.
I could see 1,000 orders getting messed up, especially for people like me. That's just like, let me get this with nothing on this, just onions, no pickles, no this, no that, no that.
So we're still at punching stuff in. We're still tallying your order. We're just not talking to you.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Well, I can be, so basically they explain it so we can be doing other things and you don't have to have somebody as skillful on the drive-through. You can basically just hire anybody. Because
Like
like
you.
for, yeah. For
That's
if I'm,
what I've been so let down with
they pay me real good to do almost nothing, man. I can't
I've
complain.
been very upset with the extremely high skill sets of people in the drive-through. I've been wondering why they're not out doing other things.
I know. Last drive-through I went through, Kevin Spacey took my order.
I don't wish running drive-through on by yourself on $1,000 hour on nobody. I don't wish that on that nobody. Like not even my worst enemies, dude. That is some of the worst things I've ever had. Like some of the worst thing you ever have to deal with.
I've never worked in like a food place or anything. Oddly enough, in my life, this is only my third job ever that I'm on.
I can barely walk around my house because my legs hurt so bad every day.
Dude, I'm not saying this jokingly.
It sucks.
Like that's just your body.
No, I know, but it's
That's from all the
literally like,
vaping.
yeah, and my body's shutting down.
That's just your body. Like
I know it's genetics and
people out
stuff,
there
but
doing 10,000 things more difficult for worse hours, and they get through just fine. I literally the day before yesterday, I stood up to my grooming table and I didn't sit down again for 11 hours straight. Didn't get a lunch break. Didn't sit down between dogs. I was rushing to even finish the day. I was there for a little over 11 hours, and I spent 11 hours unbroken at a grooming table, lifting and moving and tossing dogs, and it's tiring, but
sucks.
My body allows me to do it. It's not happy I do it, but it allows me to.
It's just where I wish, man. I just wish
it
would allow me.
Do you exercise or at least just like walk?
I do. I do. I do. I mean, walking, I'm putting in thousands of steps a day at my job, walking around. But going to the gym, like I was very athletic and very in the gym. But now,
you invented gyms.
Yeah, I did basically. I was there I'm pretty sure I was there when Arnold was hitting. But
you're squatting for him.
No, dude, I've never been able to do squats. No, I've never been able to do squats or anything. Or if I would do leg stuff, I would do like leg machines, because squats with my knee problem, I was always so scared I was going to blow my knee out.
You never did squats. Your glutes say otherwise, sir.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thick thighs saves lives.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Alan when it comes to quality of food.
They're unmatched. Yeah, they're not.
You can't touch the spirit of Chick-fil-A.
Surprise!
But
surprise! I've never had.
I just like burgers. I just like burgers over chicken.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
They're not open on Sundays, and they're a little choosy on who they hire, but their service is phenomenal.
No, they so they opened the Chick-fil-A by us opened like the year right before COVID was the first time that it came to New York. So it's hard for like a chain to open in New York. So it's just like we got so Chick-fil-A started, and during the pandemic a Checkers started. The other day I saw a Sonic.
Oh, we always get Sonic. They're just fun food. It's fun.
They're fun. Yeah, you can get a million different drink combinations, bro. Have at it.
You know what's fire? The Dairy Queen restaurant.
That's what I said. The top. It's in my top 3. Dairy Queen is like legit food.
Yo, fire, dude, and fresh stuff. Raising Cane's, like Raising Cane's.
That's some knockoff Zaxby's bullshit. And
I'm sure Raising Cane's is big hype around here too, but I'm not a fan.
I'm Team Zaxby's through and through.
I don't know what Zaxby's is. Is that Gatsby's gay brother? Zaxby's.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as Cane's.
Yeah,
just chicken. It's chicken fingers, chicken wings, chicken sandwiches. But yeah, I eat Zaxby's like 3 times a week because give me some chicken finger. It's a wings and things combo. You get a couple chicken fingers, and you get 5 chicken wings, and a piece of toast. It's amazing.
Cane's only does chicken fingers. So they do chicken fingers and chicken sandwiches, but the chicken sandwich is 3 chicken fingers between bread.
No, you can get actual chicken sandwiches, or you can get chicken finger sandwich. They have a chicken sandwich, which is like 3 chicken fingers on 2 pieces of the Texas toast with tongue torch sauce and ranch drizzled on it. No, but they also have like salads and Zaxby's is fire, bro.
I need more barbecue joints in my area. That's what.
Now I'm mad at Alan. Look, I told Becker about Zaxby's for a long time, and Becker traveled about a year ago and was able to go buy a Zaxby's on his way to go meet up with Scotty Vaughn. He's like, I'm going to try one because you talk about it all the time. I'm like, awesome, man. Let me know what you think. Motherfucker got chicken nuggets because that's what Alan recommended to him. Boneless chicken wings. I'm like, bro, what? No, you need to get their chicken. You need to get their chicken wings traditional. You need to get the fingers. I'm like, now Alan's over here saying, screw you, Alan.
I agree. Screw you, Alan. I don't even know
why. Chicken nuggets. That's all boneless chicken wings are, just chicken nuggets.
Man. All right, guys, I'm going to have to jump because I got this meeting in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's almost 11, so I'm going to bounce and start wrestling.
Much love, guys.
Hope you have a good night. I have no clue what's going on tonight, but again, Sunday night at 8:30. Oh, get out of here, Alan, with your boneless.
Sunday at
night
6 as well.
8:30 right here. We're going to be doing the Deadpool and Wolverine fully spoiled live stream. Myself and Sector, as usual, will be joined by Rob's Fat Sacks of
Hey, I
Comics,
gotta jump
Nick's Kicks and Comics,
Bye,
and
DJ.
Links. And we'll be talking full spoilers. If you've seen the movie, this is where you want to be. If you haven't seen the movie, this is where you want to be to hear all about the movie. But there's going to be a ton of giveaways, Deadpool and Wolverine themed, and I'm going to start sharing those out today and tomorrow. Be promoting the stream pretty heavily. It'll be fun. Just be present for your chance to win some cool prizes. Of course, there'll be some that are exclusive just to Legionnaires as well. So if you're a channel member in that Legion tier, we'll get you have a wheel of your own for at least one of them. Just gotta throw some love to the people that are throwing some love. Jersey boy, what are you doing on your Sunday show?
6 o'clock, talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, but I save all the spoilers for your show. I don't get too heavily into spoilers, that's not really my vibe. But check my IG for all the Sunday shows. I always post the lineups and everything, and going to see it tonight.
Oh, so you're saying that you need me to send you that?
What? Yeah, that's cool.
I was kicked off the last one because I
didn't reach out. You were on vacation, man. I let you do your thing. I didn't even hound you out for the image. I didn't even message you for it. I knew you were on vacation. I let you do your thing.
I gained 100 subscribers while I was on vacation.
Yeah, it was that shit. It was the Superman statue popped off for you. I saw that.
There's a bunch of shorts that popped off, but also
the statues.
I had I think I got 7 subscribers off the oddly enough off the Books a Million video.
Nice.
I think it just hit some kind of different market or something, different set of eyes. I constantly feel like my channel is like shadow banned from YouTube. Like,
same.
But then again, like it's easy for like I showed you, like I can easily drop a video that's going to hit 1,000 views, but it isn't just necessarily what I feel like doing at the time. Me and Durs talk about this. Like, dude, boom, 1,000 views. It's not hard. I like to do the content that I like to do because YouTube's fun for me first. If it's not fun for me first, then I'm not going to do it.
Agreed. I'm just grinding the playlist, man. I'm coming up on that 3K watch hours, and I just want to do giveaways, and I'm just at the point that like if I'm not at that point, because I'm not going to do memberships or anything, if I'm not at that watch hours, I don't feel like doing monthly or weekly giveaways, because it's just not financially where I'm at, even though I don't care. Like, I'll only make pennies off of ads, but it's a goal that I've been trying to get to. And I feel like eventually, my channel, I've only had it for 2 or 3 years. And at the end of the day, I met all you guys. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I'm only 8 subscribers away from 4K.
Ooh.
But subscribers don't really mean what they used to mean. So I don't even know what that even means.
It's wild that you can promote a video and pay $30-$40 and your channel can hit 100,000 subscribers if they want.
Well, it's also the difference of how people like the shorts thing, man. The shorts you came in when shorts were coming in, but so you don't really know like the YouTube pre-shorts where you actually grinded for subscribers. Like it was like now they're just like you can go, dude.
Post a short.
I knew what I was doing with those statue videos. I knew that was going to do that. Like you just put the right music on something like a statue video, and
like I'm going to SummerSlam next weekend, and 100%, I already have it all game planned to clip some of that into shorts.
Yeah, so I did. I didn't even think about it, but wrestling stuff is huge. I have one wrestling short on mine. And it was where Sting was out for a while, and he was returning one Wednesday night.
Nice.
And I just I love Sting, so I just filmed him coming in on my TV, and I just wanted to put it's Sting. I just wanted to put that. That shit hit thousands of views, like out of nowhere. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, not doing that.
That's awesome. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm just trying to do different stuff for the channel, man. Like going to cons, getting out and about, just for the people that watch it, for the people that have been enjoying it. That's just what it really means to me.
Yep. Well, that's going to rock it. That's going to do it. Everyone have a good weekend. I'll see y'all Sunday.
Much love.
Peace.